Oh no,
No, the river clock.
And I don't like dead bodies in my river, thank you.
Forgot to get this set up.
Oops, sure.
I'll take one of yours and I'll grab you one of mine.
Okay.
Oh.
You'll service like that.
Yep.
So it comes with free junk punch.
All mics actually working this time, so that's good.
Oh, that's good.
Hey.
Just making sure I got it all set up properly because sometimes I actually forget to set up the mics.
Thank you.
Silent movies where we're all laughing and you're like, why?
Except for the people on Skype, and you hear that clearly. So if someone says something whispering in the background to someone else while they're on Skype and everyone else is dead air, you hear that perfectly clear. It's like, oh, okay, they won't hear this, they're talking.
Yep. They were.
So, session 32 of the trap campaign on Friday. You're in Riddleport. You arranged a fight. You invited the gnome and her friends along.
We're all gonna die.
And you left that open.
What?
Because she asked, can she bring some people along? And you go, yeah, bring anyone you want. So she did.
I'm just going to claim all the benefits of being brought in the money, and the rest of you can suffer.
Hey, it's not my fault. That's all that matters.
And there he is, ladies and gentlemen.
That's game. Let's go home.
Yeah, that's game. Yeah, good game. Good game.
I did not burn down this city. I had nothing to do with it.
No one saw me. No one could me.
You just sat back and watched as they piled up the barrels of oil.
So to help with the music tonight, we have the fighting music from the I think it's one of the Pathfinder Assault Dungeons ones. So
Great.
I've got many soundtracks. I just type in different words to see which one comes up and pick one of those. So it helps having some noise in the background.
It's appropriate because
Got explosive drums. That would work quite well for an intro music there. Okay, so we'll get to what's happening in the game once we get through the introductions, and we'll start with Josh because he's not got something in his mouth this time.
Beautiful.
Yet.
So I'm playing the buffest wizard known to man, Parry Hotter. Also the most flamboyant wizard known to man. Also probably father to 20 children at this stage.
At least. Still
At
counting.
least. Still trying
In
to
this
go
city.
in this city.
They have been other cities.
There have been indeed other cities. At the moment, highly stressed with the monetary value that's hiding in the safe at the moment. Every time someone came to the door getting things appraised, I go, oh god, it's more than the last. Yes.
So, not that bad after all. So,
Yeah, not that bad after all.
I am playing the highly moral and religious Lord Willie One Kenobi, aspirant of the Lost Errant, practitioner of the renowned Tiger style and savior of Quest and Margo, God-touched, hater of horses, and maker of good life choices, husband of the Hell Knight Ruby One Kenobi.
and it's also not
And
your
butt
fault.
shot.
and soon to be disciple of Jung Punch.
Yes, possibly.
He hopes.
Hopefully.
He hopes.
Butt shot.
Junk punch!
No butt shot.
No, junk punched.
Yeah.
Sadly true.
Past tense.
The man that walks with the constant limp.
Not anymore. I had my injury fixed. by
Who's that
someone.
boy? Who's
Somebody
that guy
kissed
coming
a
from the
better
Wild
boy.
West?
And do remember that most of those require touching the region affected.
That's fine. My character's happy with that. I quite enjoyed it. It was good.
How many,
Hunts is very
I'm
good.
sure it wasn't
How-
as enjoyable
how
for
many-
them, but hey.
how many gold coins did you give again?
Oh, I
Not enough.
Not enough.
cheap it twice the price. I'm sure.
And then you had some finger food later.
Wait, you actually paid?
Yeah.
Harry gets it for free.
I
different. Well,
I don't think he gets it. I think he just takes it.
And then we have Morgan.
I am playing Quest, the Goblin Bard. Currently running around trying to keep out from underfoot of all the big nasties that have come in for a big fight. And getting ready to run away at the first sign of the city collapsing.
So what's that sign? When people say going, ah! Or someone goes, Quest, it's all your fault.
When the casino falls over. When the...
I don't know what the sign is. I hope to notice it before it comes up.
So you get twice as many perception checks as we do today.
What are you doing? I'm looking for the sign.
Waiting. The other shoe.
There's Aurora, is that the sign? Someone greets me, is that the sign?
Actually, you know what we should do? Let's go put goblins up top of all the towers. Just wait for them to start. No, that won't help. Goblins just fall towers.
We don't
We'll
want
figure it out.
we don't want
Falling
Paris.
goblins is still a signal though.
We
But
don't
is
want
that the right
Paris
sign?
entire
Yeah,
aura.
is it the first sign that the city's falling over, or is it just a sign that there was a goblin on a tower?
And we now have two sides. Everybody in this freaking room and the one up by the sky.
Or should we just get this sign that you can put out the front of the thing and tell Quest when that falls over he's in trouble? And just, tap it and see how long it takes till it wobbles like down?
The vibration of everyone's arms.
Okay, then we have Stefan.
Hello, I'm playing the Green Arrow, and I am currently trying to work out how the hell we're going to get rid of all these people after the event tonight.
You met a goblin earlier, so you know how to get rid of them.
Proto corpses.
Yes, yes. We'll have a conga line of corpses. Sure. Oh dear.
And get it. And I'm sure there's at least one person here who can raise an army.
Who's got resurrect?
I hope there's a rule
I
in
didn't
there
say
about
resurrect.
raising your
Animate dead.
allies.
One.
And
I'm
then
pretty
putting
sure
them
he's
back in
talking
the-
about
in
the
the,
lich, but
Yeah.
you know.
the event.
I
Because
could
we
be
don't want
wrong.
this never-ending event because of bloody reincarnations and goodness knows what else.
There are
We
many
know the
ways to
werewolf.
curse people.
That is
The
true.
werewolf too.
The werewolf. Yeah, but he would just bite them, wouldn't he?
Depends on what sort of werewolf he is.
Yeah, I was about to say depends on what
Depends
lord
on
you're
depends
using.
on what they like.
Which strand of lycanthropy he ends up with. Which brings us to him. I'm sure lycanthropy has nothing to do with what's happened to you tonight.
Sincerely hope not. I am in this city, flex one arm, for many reasons. Mostly because I challenged the goblin who we've invited to run this competition.
Or even gnome even.
About to be
Oh
flex
no,
no arms.
sorry. Gnome.
You're giving a bad name to goblins.
Apparently. Starts with the same letter, whatever.
They look the
Is that
same.
the same height?
They're about the same height. Yeah. And yeah,
Colourblind,
we've
same
got Puppy and a whole bunch of really cool and scary people in town.
Okay, so for recapping purposes of those who have shown up for the competition with their gifts, there were the 3 orcs with a uncut diamond bigger than someone's fist. And so its actual worth is hard to tell.
Yeah.
But you've got the Erglin Warmouth captain of the guard. So he's the literal captain of the guard of the Erglin city. So M knows him quite well. Then you have the Scagtown's Bloodworks gladiatorial champion. So she is here to compete as well, and that would have been the person who had gotten a lot of respect from Duzar over all of Duzar's life, because the champion of the pit is pretty much God in that town. And then you also have one of the bone carver priests of Rovagag as the other orc who showed up. So the fact that a priest of Rovagag is in Varisia is already a worry point for everyone else, because that's basically a priest of chaos and destruction.
Could be worse.
And when you add orc in the mix of that one,
There's your sign.
Yeah, there's your sign.
Okay, so now moving on to the show, Ant. They put in 10 golden coins that were minted 10,000 years ago.
The Thassilonian ones, weren't
Yeah.
So they could have been 12,000 years ago for all anyone knows, but a long time ago. But the minimum of 10,000 years old. And so you've got one from the Moon Clan, one from the Axe Clan, one from the Hawk Clan, one from the Spy Clan, one from the Sun Clan, one from the Skull Clan, one from the Wind Clan, and 3 of the others have come along as
Backups.
back up
Healers,
witness
hopefully.
and potential seeing what's going on, because they're not part of the clans themselves. They're just Shoanti who have
Fodder.
who basically terrorize cities. Because the clans don't live in cities, but Shoanti still live in cities. So then you've got the 3 gnomes, the father, the brother, and the armbreaker.
The trifecta of oh shit.
So the father put in a rune-covered chest that glowed.
Okay.
No one wanted to open it.
Why? Too much for you. But how do you know what's in it?
They don't. The chest itself is worth a lot.
we at this point we don't really care. We're trying to just like.
I guess that side of it is something that we really don't need to worry about.
And the brother put in something that the key that will open anything. He calls it the key to the city. He doesn't care which city; it's just the key to the city. And
Sounds
then
like a minor relic.
Then you had 2 people from Riddleport go in. You had Mr. the strong arm mage put in
Elias.
Nice.
put in a book of spells in a ancient language.
I want those book of spells.
Guaranteed to kill anyone not prepared who opens it.
Yes.
Okay.
Look, he's not going to kill him. The book will. He doesn't care. He's more than happy to see how many people die from it. He just wrote that down as an experiment gone bad. And Junk Punch came in, offering his service for a year and a day to whoever wins.
Wow.
He's got a scroll of an unknown origin. Also, and service for a year. Yeah. So he actually technically put in 2 things.
Oh no, that was his scroll he put in.
Oh, that was the scroll? Oh, okay,
Yeah,
right.
I just don't know what the scroll was made of.
Oh.
Human skin.
Yeah, no one has any idea what it was
Skin
made
off
of,
his
but
backside.
quite possible.
Yeah.
Right. Josh had written that note,
His own
so
flesh.
that's why I was...
Huh?
He's that hardcore.
Because I was
He's
about
that
to-
And a princess from a nearby Elven kingdom is here and put in a bloodstone ruby.
I have no idea what that is. and why
So
it's
a really rare ruby.
Really rare.
So you know how they say diamonds are really expensive? Imagine something rarer than diamonds, even though diamonds aren't particularly rare or valuable.
Colour diamonds can be.
They can be, yes. But it's more inflated for the purposes of making you spend money.
So
Yeah.
it is
Um,
actually rare.
Idiots, yeah.
And
You'd be thinking like more like 5.
then there was the dwarf from Dohoff, who you recognise. So he was pretty much the trainer for all up-and-coming recruits into the armed forces of the Dwarven army of Jangahoff. And he was the one who shamed absolutely everyone who came through because that was his job. And it didn't matter what sort of background they had beforehand, he still shamed them.
For a dwarf, it's a good way to make them give their most in their training. Yeah.
He's also the person they send into the dark by himself to deal with problems no one else can deal with. But he is the equivalent sergeant of Jangahoff.
So he would have been so far up the ranks that I would have had nothing to do with the
Oh
guy.
no, he was just a sergeant.
Again.
That's all he ever wanted. He didn't want to be promoted at all. So his day job was training recruits, and every now and then he went off and killed things.
Went off and dealt with problems.
Yeah.
Well, if I have had any kind of
He gave you your initial martial training and hand-to-hand skills.
really?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
That's how come you know him quite well.
Okay. Well, in that case, I will greet him as I would one of my trainers, with respect and deference.
He's the one who taught you how badly you can get bruised.
I was about to say, greet your instructors how you greet other people, like punching them in the...
Yes, talking smack to them.
Yeah, I've learned this new trick.
Yeah.
And then you
I
go,
can do that one
why is
too."
my hand broken? I learned
Damn
that
cod
earlier.
piece.
And then there were the Hell Knights. So, one of them wields a long sword, one of them has a short sword, and one of them has a flail. They basically, they hard to tell if they're male or female because the male and female armor is pretty much identical.
But 3 different factions of the Hell Knights.
And they gave glowy coins, which we... Did we deduce... I think he told us what they were, but did we deduce them? No.
Oh, right.
It's a bag of glowing coins you wanted nothing to do with.
Yeah, that's right. We
It's the
looked in
sword
with
of
like,
Mario.
Yeah.
It was like, we're putting this in the thing without looking at them.
Because you said later on that there were soul coins, but our characters didn't really like it. We were, at that point, we'd already seen almost everyone. We're just
Yeah.
like, put it away, put it away.
And so the final 3 that shown up was a Lich who put in a single plain gold ring
That's a jet.
that burnt someone's clothing who tried to dig it up with it.
Oh, have we tried throwing that fire yet? See if there's any writing on it.
Oh yeah, sorry, the dwarf actually brought in a egg
That's
of
the
mysterious origin.
Which is being guarded. Which is being guarded by
An
Puppy
egg about-
in a
Yes,
through that,
fireplace.
That they were told by someone that they should really keep it warm because if it gets cold, well, no one will be responsible for the town after that.
So Puppy's guarding this egg in a fireplace, and there's a big sign written in many languages saying, "Do not let this fire go out."
If it gets cold, it will hatch, and then it's your problem.
And then there was the werewolf, who they didn't really recognise as the werewolf because it was just someone wearing a lot of fur because they did a really bad perception check and they didn't want to know. Who gave them a heart, yay big, that was still beating.
They
One of them
mentioned
went
it was a
up,
giant's heart.
Well, as far as I can tell, they think it's a giant's heart. And the last one who shown up was a little girl with solid blue eyes, bright blue,
creepy.
and
The spice must flow.
and basically looking like she was the equivalent of a 8 to 10-year-old girl, pigtails and everything, and basically joining in the competition and put in a platinum crown that was glowing with magic.
Yep.
Which is also older than we can date.
Yep.
And from what you can tell, the kingdom it belonged to no longer exists.
Yeah. It's got some enchantment on it, but we don't know what.
And so that's brought you up to speed on what you missed out on over a long period of oh fuck.
And this was just like 2 days in
That's
game,
okay.
mind you.
I've not heard anything that needs to be our problem yet.
Oh, okay.
And then there were the goblins who you spoke to and got on board with stuff, and they went off and
Yeah.
sold tickets, and so you said, okay, we can do this capacity, and then they sold that.
How much gold did they give Harry?
I think I said at the session, I can't remember right now. They gave a whole bag of stuff.
Because they were basically collecting people's entry as tickets instead of getting it like on the name.
We've got a little retinue now.
Sorry?
We've got a little retinue now.
No.
Does anyone have leadership feat?
Oh yeah, and also some of the Percys have shown back up again
Oh yeah, that's
after
right.
they died.
Yes, they've come back from the dead.
No, they don't say they came back from the dead. They're always here. They say.
Don't have any of their tattoos or anything.
So they're the Percy thrice removed.
Who have even less intelligence than the ones who left.
What they need is, like, on the inside of the eyeball or something, you've got like little dots to say, I'm the 7th of me. And
No, but the thing is, like, they've come back without any of the tattoos they had.
No scars,
No
tats.
scars.
reincarnated as themselves.
Basically, yeah.
It's creepy.
Yeah. Nice.
Someone's baking up. We made sure they're not golems.
But they,
No.
Golems would have more intelligence.
Pharasmas.
They wouldn't lose intelligence every time they die.
Simulate them.
Anyway, golems.
Homunculi.
Yeah.
Well, homunculi is supposed to be an extension of the person who makes them, which means that there is one really weird and sick, twisted orc out there making copies of himself.
Again, it's kind of one of those, like, we really don't need to explore this, even though it sounds cool. This is not something we need to know.
Side quest.
Well, the quest is whatever you make it.
Yeah, we're already on a pretty big side quest as it is.
Yeah, I think at this stage, Quest Society is no longer going to be a Pathfinder because it's too dangerous.
It's safer to be a casino employee.
Safer to be Quest out in the wilderness.
Yeah.
Getting hunted down.
Okay, so we start off with the day with you having spent all night talking with the dwarf.
I'm happy to buy drinks, by the way.
And your arm is as bruised as you remember from every time you last spoke to him.
There's probably a whole lot of
He's not intentionally hitting you, you're just that squishy.
comparatively. So, if I'm buying good drinks, how much am I spending?
For the dwarf?
And me.
And you? Okay, so probably at least 10 gold.
Cool. Done.
The equivalent of 10 weeks' wages.
Yep. Epsilon coins, 10 gold.
Okay, so you're drinking liquor they have to import from another place because it's just not that good here.
That's okay. If I like someone, I like them, and I'm prepared to spend money on them.
Okay, and is there any of those you want to catch up with in the morning? So mornings come up. You've been basically on watch with the dwarf who didn't really need to go anywhere else.
Sure. I'm assuming that I'm probably drinking one for 2 or one for 3 because I've only got a 16 con, and he's a high-level dwarf who's got a fortitude save out his bottom. So I'm trying to keep up, but with the expectation I've got to kind of.
And while you're drinking, you have the surreal experience of stories that get more horrific the more you drink.
I try to match them by expanding on the things we've done, but they don't even come close, I'm sure.
And he gets to stories that basically just make you think you're probably not going to sleep again for a week or 2.
Yep.
And you remember why most people didn't sit and drink with the guy? Because the more he drank, the more he talked.
Well, with mine, I'm talking about, getting sat on by a cat. I'm talking about, all this sort of god shit, having Pharasma turn up to try to make me her, its,
Minion.
and then, the cat claw. So I'm trying
Then
to keep up, but
then the barbarian
his life
horse,
experience is
and
just
then
going to smash me.
Oh, he actually thinks some of your stuff is more horrific than his stuff. Because he's not been known to play a god before.
Yeah, he knows.
Yeah, when he,
So as far as he's concerned, you've one-upped him.
he tells all these stories and I'm just like, oh, and then I tell him my god story and he's like, yeah, okay, you win. I'm like, oh my god, holy shit.
So you're like, but I didn't mean to one-up you.
That's not what I meant.
They do all manner of things, but don't mess with God.
we all know what happens when we say GDI.
And
Don't
so
say it.
with the bringing of the light, the door bangs open and you see someone familiar in the doorway.
Is it Sir Hemorrhoid?
Yes.
Brother! Come in! Join us!
Right next to Mrs.
My friend goes, my love, come and join us. I've missed you terribly. Please, take a seat.
Would you like a vice, sir?
You can see she's actually done up in full Hell Knight gear, just without the helmet on.
Is that rare? For them not to wear the helmet?
It's not common. Because part of the armor is the obscurity.
So she's basically advertising to the world, I'm that powerful. Yeah, right.
See my face
it's
when I murder
basically,
you.
I don't give a toss what you think. And if you want to try me,
Go
Come
for
Oh,
it.
on.
she's
Yep.
perfect for you. That you both don't give a toss.
Yes. Problem is she's got the power to back it up, and I ain't got shit.
See, match made in heaven. She wears the pants.
Okay.
Like, get her to like you enough that she can back up your shit.
My character's an asshole. No one likes my character.
It's okay, you just have to have one person like your character. It should be your wife. You could have one person like your character.
Everybody loves your character just because of the shit that happens to it.
I'm amusing, just not likable.
Quest likes really. Interesting things happen around him.
Oh yeah, that's right.
so she sits down and says, "So you haven't said a word recently?"
I didn't realise you were in town, my dear. If I had have known, I would have. My character's thinking, run for it. Hidden. But I go. I would have organised. Well, something such as this. So Hemorrhoid, please take a seat. No need to stand. No need to be so formal.
Okay, he grabs your seat, pulls it out from under you, and then sits on that one.
I like to think with my athletics / acrobatics. My character.
Okay, make a roll.
My character just kind of makes it look like a natural thing of me offering him the chair.
Just do the casual air sit, you know.
Yeah, you gauge all your muscles.
Oh, fuck it.
That roll.
13.
Okay.
So my character tries and goes.
You fall into your dwarven friend who just, braces you.
I go, thanks, buddy. I sort of try to roll around the dwarf as he stops my downward motion, and I'll walk around to the bar and I say, my dear, what can I order you?
At the moment, just water, she says.
No, I ask for a glass of their cleanest water, and I ask, say, Hemorrhoid, what
The guy behind the bar goes,
clean water? I'm sure you can.
No.
I'm sure you can provide it.
He looks at his bottles. We don't stock that here.
I know you don't, but you can provide it if you put your mind to it. I'm sure.
River water? That's fairly clean. It's only got a couple of dead bodies in
As
there.
long as you boil it first, and there's no chunks.
What's this boiling thing?
That's where you heat it until it bubbles.
What does that mean?
Yeah,
Then it's no longer clean. It's boiled water.
It means if you don't do it, things are going to go badly wrong for you. Do it.
Yes.
It's a Hemorrhoid. What might I get for you?
I'll have what you're drinking.
Fantastic choice.
I'm having river water. Why don't you join me?
No. I order another glass of whatever we're drinking. I'm assuming there's an additional cost.
An extra gold.
No, no.
Yeah, for the river water they charge.
If we were drinking all night, surely it would have cost.
It's
more
delicacy
than
in this place.
Yeah.
It's not the stuff you can down.
Oh, really? Okay.
You imagine the sort of whiskey sort of thing that you only have a sip at a time.
It's hard to find an Oliver and I.
You say that.
But there are some whiskeys you can't just down.
Yeah.
Not without falling off the chair.
Remember how my dad looked like trash that one morning?
Yeah, but that was your dad being dumb.
And the dwarf knows not
The
to
three
get,
three
not to
bottles
get
of
crap
wine and then the quickly sculling of whiskey, not sipping. He was very, very husky the next day.
Whiskey is.
No, it was good stuff.
It depends on how much you drink, and you generally don't drink a huge amount at one time.
Not sipping whiskey.
Okay, so yes, he sniffs it and goes, "Yep, good dwarven vintage."
Only the best for my friend here. Yeah, and obviously, well, my friend here, yes.
I agree. Your friend does deserve better than you.
I agree.
My friend here and my hemorrhoid. Pain in the ass that I just can't get rid of.
That's a good point.
And he says,
my character didn't think of it, but I like where you
"Have you insulted someone enough yet to try to kill you?" Not this morning?
I don't understand what you mean. Most people like me.
Oh.
I think
He looks at you and says, I still don't understand what you like in this guy.
We have a deep and pure bond.
She says, God chose him.
Oh, really?
Oh.
Yeah, inside my character can lie now. He lies badly, but he can still lie now. So he's like, inside he's like, oh, really? But outside he's like, see, even God likes me.
Oh, man.
And so she asked for what you've been up to this last 2 months. That you were unable to send any sort of letter, information, update.
Character says,
And she says running away and hiding is not an option.
secret option for...
Well, it was in your thoughts, she said.
Was it?
When I met you.
Oh!
At the bar.
No. No.
You do know
I'm sure you
that
must
you
be
know the contract
mistaken
you
my
signed
dear.
allows me to read your mind.
No.
That's okay. I knew you were not that clear on law when you signed it.
Why she doesn't mind when you lie, because she's got the third
I
element
don't
of
think
hell
I was
reserved
there
for you.
when you got married.
That was forced.
I think you were, but you were just enjoying yourself.
So,
I don't think so.
I think
at
we
the
were all in
moment,
the front row.
I'm working here. Is it? Are we actually in the golden? Yep.
Quest
I'm working
line
here
is
as
actually-
as security.
Yeah, I wasn't staying in the splash
We've
zone that
organised,
way.
as I'm sure you're aware, the arm wrestling competition.
Yes, I come to see you perform. So perform well.
Oh,
I expect to move through the open with very little competition. I'm actually hoping that Sir Hemorrhoid here will be...
He's not permitted to.
isn't he?
No.
Oh.
He's killed too many.
Has he?
Yeah.
Oh,
your wife should join.
oh well.
Oh God, don't encourage it.
So has he
Pay for entry.
has he considered joining the invitational?
He doesn't have an invitation.
Oh, I'm sure that can be arranged.
She's looking at get no.
No, I understand.
He's going to die a different way.
Is he?
Yeah.
Awesome. You wouldn't have to wouldn't want to elaborate on that, would you?
No, I wouldn't want to surprise it for him. Break the surprise.
Well, okay. Well, when we're together, maybe you could let me know. And
I already know how you're going to die too, so that's all good.
I plan on living forever. So
Unfortunately, you didn't put any money on that one.
really?
Yeah.
Oh well.
Well-
Die young, leave a good-looking corpse.
Well, it's not going to be young.
Really?
Yeah. You're not going to be good looking when you die.
This is going to be a lose-lose situation.
The question is, you're still going to be married when you die.
No, he's still going to be married when he dies.
So yes, I explained that. Yeah, I've been busy doing this, that, and the other one. Yeah. And other than harassing or sort of wordplay with Sir Hemorrhoid, I'm yeah.
Yeah, just feel free to wordplay as much as you like with him.
Excellent.
He just sort of looks annoyed.
I'm
Is he the brother of her as well? Yeah.
I'm assuming that more often than not I lose because I've got a 10 intelligence and my skills probably don't lend themselves to being particularly verbose.
Wait,
Where
sorry, is Druida actually more intelligent than you?
Probably.
That's hilarious.
My character's not a very intelligent, well, isn't overly
Where
intelligent.
are your stats then?
Dex, con, wisdom,
Oh, okay.
and I've got a reasonable
He's
strength.
got wisdom. That's nice.
And he's not very charismatic, which goes for his bluntness and
Yeah,
his
yeah.
quotation words.
Well, I'm not very charismatic either, but I've at least got an intelligence of 12.
And of course, Martin,
Well, I
wouldn't
know
let me-
the
Martin wouldn't let me
universe.
play an evil character, so I've sort of trying to massage the being a douchebag to cover up the...
Douchebag is not evil. Douchebag gets punished a lot.
Yeah. I'm happy with that.
Okay.
Gets punished a lot. Has to go save the Punisher.
Okay, so yes, you have this whole conversation off on your own.
Yep.
Okay, so Stefan,
Oh,
Lakebreaker shows up and knocks on your door, wakes you up in the morning.
what? Okay. I will greet them in Numish.
Says, what are you doing sleeping? Shouldn't you be up and doing stuff?
Well, yeah.
What do you need to sleep?
It's not till this evening even.
But why do you need to sleep?
Because those of us who haven't been bleached don't need to sleep.
My dad's the bleached one, I'm not the bleached one.
Yeah, I was about to say
No,
Lakebreaker.
It may still be morning, and you may still be half asleep here, but
Surely the more experience you've had, the less you need to sleep.
probably. You should get more experience then.
I'm trying.
Otherwise, you waste all this time every day sleeping.
Alright, well, what did you have in mind then?
Well, I was going to get you to show me around and show me what's changed in the last 100 years.
100, you realize it's going to take a long time.
What's time got to do with it?
That's a good point. Well, I can show you around the Golden Goblin at least. I can't really show you much. I'm not too familiar with certain places in the world, so I can't show you everything.
So he sort of mutters something under his breath. Give me a perception roll. So it's a little perception roll.
It's
Just a little dice.
easy little dice. Wow, it's a natural 20.
Natural
So that
20.
makes it a 28.
Okay, so you hear him. So it's a 28 upgraded,
Actually, that's a 30.
30 upgraded. Because that's basically what happens when you get a natural 20.
Oh, upgrade. Okay. Yep.
Because it basically means that whatever it was, it's a better version of that.
Yep.
Okay, so you hear him say, "I thought one of my descendants would be smarter."
Ooh.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
Ooh.
wait. Okay.
Didn't realise gnomes were incestuous.
No, we just have very large families.
Well, when you have a very long life, you can be related to someone from many different generations.
Yes, it's not, you know, my long lost brother twice removed. It's my long lost brother 3 centuries removed.
Who may actually be one generation apart or 50.
Surely, if you've got such a long lifespan, though, your window for breeding.
Your lifespan's it depended on your experience.
They don't age. Gnomes don't age. They
Yeah,
fade.
but what I mean is, if you're an elf, then you might have a couple of kids when you're, I don't know, say 400, and then after that you're not having any more kids after.
They can have kids
400.
from 100 to 500. I think it is.
So every like a human every year, between 100 and 500, you could have a child. Fuck me. Why don't you guys outbreed everyone? Seriously, there's this swarm of gnomes running around the place.
You could have sex. But it
Once
counts
a
as
year.
new experience.
Well, but it's just an add-on to all the other new experiences that you have.
But you pick a number, you stick with it, and you leave it at that.
And every now and then you see, are they still alive? No? Okay, I'll make another one.
Oh, this one came back.
So
oh
cold.
well. One extra.
Yeah, this one didn't work out. No, let's go for a different one.
So, your blood brother may actually have been born like 1,000 years before you. And they may have great grandchildren that are helping raise you.
I can see that. That'd be a good way to do it, actually.
Did they? I guess because your point, like, why aren't they prolific breeders? So that's a good question.
They get bored rather easily.
Really? You get bored of busting them up.
You get bored of us enough, but you also get bored of carrying with empty.
Well, but you have 5 kids with one female, 5 kids with another female, with another female, with another female.
Which is
Yeah, and they
there's a
all
reason
die
why
bored.
he's a
Not all
half
of us.
All of the kids by die boredom, or the...
No, all of the women who've been
Yeah.
pregnant 3 times die of boredom because they've done this before.
Anything
Well,
Harry learned.
Actually, that's a good
He read
point.
the scrolls of
Part
gnomes.
of the process of
Noma Sutra.
of interesting your partner in you would be bringing things that are of interest to them. You know, so
Hey, look, I
it-
brought
it's
a
like
dog.
it's almost like a bowerbird or something. You know, they put all this pretty shit around their nest. As a gnome, you're like, look at all this interesting shit I've got. You know, look at this, look at this.
Yeah, sounds like Perry.
Actually, it's the gnome men carry the children too. Learned fact.
With the elves, because it takes so long for an elf to become an adult, after a small amount of time, for an elf, like 10 years or so, they then become part of the community, and the community raises them. So it becomes a communal thing instead of one person raising the elf from birth to 100.
I can see a lot of value in that.
Which is why elves are very tied to the community.
Yeah.
So the longer lived you are, and the longer it takes you to become an adult, the more of a community-minded person you are. And it's why goblins are almost completely different, because they have such a short childhood, and most of the time it's in cages.
And most people don't give most of their people don't give a shit about them.
That's because they'll just make more.
Yeah. If we could outbreed you all, you know, we'd have to stop them dying first.
Yes, those dreaded gates will have to be given rid of.
Fences, no, get rid of those.
Yeah,
Okay.
what did you say about locks again?
It's a lock. That's the thing that you put the water in to make the boat rise, right?
That'd be a good thing. Like you know how you breed a dog for a particular, you know, you get goblins and you breed them for a particular
Breed pets out of goblins.
whatever. You know, you breed them for intelligence, hopefully. You know.
Eventually they become fluffy and get spots.
Eventually they turn
Pug
into
noses and yeah.
or even worse, halflings.
Oh yeah, you turn them into halflings.
Okay, so yes, so you're showing him around the Gold Goblin.
Yeah. And I guess I'll show him a little bit around Riddleport if we have time. Not too far though, because we need to make sure we're back in time for the event tonight.
Okay, so what sort of things do you want to ask him while you're showing him around?
Where is he coming from?
Well, that's where he goes into the, well, if your parents haven't explained this to you, and he gives you that sex talk, which you're going, oh my god, and he makes it as painful as possible for you.
Dad joke.
That's right, I was thinking in my head, thank God I'm a medic.
And he ends it with, I believe you're a medic, so I thought you would have known this already.
Yes, and I believe you're a politician, so I thought you would have known I meant about origins of family.
Well, considering you were having trouble earlier this morning, I was just trying to dumb it down for you.
Right. Much.
And family, and he goes into this whole spiel about creationism.
Oh, God's sake. Okay.
Using the whole theoretical God versus science versus nature debate about whether or not the world was created or spawned, or in basically so many different theories that you've never heard of before. Interesting yet mind-numbingly boring.
Yeah. I might mention my father and if he knows of him.
Yes, yeah, I know of him. I met him. He rattles off a date that is about 150 years ago.
Okay. Yep.
Had a good chat with him. He's keeping the house up nice.
Still there?
Yeah.
That's weird. I thought he moved ages ago.
Well, 150 years ago, he was keeping up the house nice. I haven't been there since then.
Oh, okay.
Has he moved since then?
Don't know.
You don't keep up with them?
Not as much as I used to.
Why not?
Been busy these past time.
Yeah. You get round to it, or you won't. One of those things.
When's the last time your dad's here? So
So, that would be last night
Yes,
during
last
a
night.
rather annoying drinking binge.
And what about your mother?
She doesn't come to these things.
Well, no, but is she still around? Does she bleach?
I believe
Does
so.
she-
Hard to tell.
Does she bleach like your father?
She's more like my younger sister. She
Wait,
takes after her.
So her other arm is super strong?
No, she just taught her how to break things.
Oh, right. Okay. I thought that came from your father's side.
He's the fuck with you side, and she's the break you side. So both kids got the fuck with you and break you.
Yeah, that's quite enough. Daunting if anything else.
Oh, it's quite interesting. Far more interesting than what here's a spoon and see it fly into your mouth.
Right. Excellent.
It was more dodge the food, dodge the food. Oh, you didn't dodge well enough. Well, you're gonna have to eat that now.
Yeah.
and food being like rabid animals.
Well, if you want to eat it, you have to kill it. That was her deal.
Hmm.
If you didn't kill it to eat it, you shouldn't be eating it.
Fair enough.
Right.
I believe she's trying to eat every creature on the planet, at least once.
And your
Gotta eat them all. Gotta eat them
little
all.
sister,
Gotta eat 'em all,
the
gotta eat 'em
Armbreaker or whatever her
Yeah.
current nickname is.
But she likes it.
150 meals to eat.
How old is she now?
Isn't that a bit rude to ask how old a gnome is? Shouldn't you know better?
Well, yeah, but we just admitted your father was indefinite, so we technically know his. And you know my father's age, so you owe me one.
That was because I was there when he was born.
Right, let up for that one. Okay.
You should ask him the reason he was there for when he was born.
Yeah. How many interactions have you had with my family?
Lots.
Okay.
It's always interesting. So I keep coming back.
Right.
Because what are you going to do this time?
Was it my family or me? As in,
Well, your family line. It's always had interesting deaths.
oh, wonderful.
I was going to write a book about it, but then I got bored.
Yeah, I wouldn't recommend that.
Well, there's only so many times you can describe evisceration before you stop actually wanting to keep describing it.
Yeah, I've had to try and patch it up enough times I don't need your
Well, I can understand the reason for wanting to be a medic, so you can probably put your own stuff back in.
It's useful for that, but also other people's as well.
Well, that's just a sideline. Putting it to yourself now, that's the real skill.
Yes, it is.
Because I don't see any of your other talented friends, he says with a sarcasm, will be able to do that for you.
No, probably not. That's why I have a backup.
Duct tape is your friend. You've never heard of what duct tape is, but...
Whatever that is, plus magic. It usually works right well.
Is it
Oh, that would
magical?
If you can't do it the physical way, do it the magical way.
Okay, so, moving on to Parry. What are you doing the morning of the first bout?
Continuing on, trying to figure out what the blots in the sky are about.
The question is, who did you wake up next to?
He totally will come back to us. No, that's probably Doodler actually.
Or it's gonna be like Lucy or whatever her name is again. Forgotten her name. I put it written down somewhere.
No, most of the morning's gonna be figuring out these blots in the sky.
Lily.
Okay.
Lily, yeah.
You spend some time staring at it. It looks slightly the same, slightly different. Pretty much in the same spot. Nothing seems to be majorly able to do anything with it. Any sort of test you're going to do for it while you're here. Or you're going to go over and talk to the Cypher Lodge again.
I mean, I probably have a little bit of time to go talk to the Cypher Lodge again and then come back. So, I'll run off that way and I'll let everyone know. Going to the Cypher Lodge to do
Stuff.
sky things.
Sky magic stuff.
Are we going to take anyone with you?
Well, I'm not going to really take anyone with me. I'll offer.
So, we've got a Willy currently under the thumb. We have a Kroll dragged along.
Are you suggesting that I can't go with him?
Well, do you want to try?
If I have in my own mind fulfilled my social obligation to my friend, then yes, I will.
Okay. Apparently, by the time you're getting out to go, Willie wants to go with you.
Okay.
And as Willie's going to go with you, you see the lovely Mrs. Willie.
Ruby.
Ah. Mrs. One Kenobi. Nice to meet you again. What the fuck, dude?
And you see her in full Hellknight armor, except for the helmet.
What the fuck, dude?
So we were going somewhere, as we planned for weeks previously. So
Yes.
let's go.
Let's go.
Thank you.
The one thing you notice that Willie hasn't picked up yet is her order is the Order of the Chain.
I have I possibly have knowledge of one or two orders, but not all of them, that's for sure. So,
Is that why you were on a leash?
Yeah.
And here I thought it was the Order of
just
the
thought she
Wit.
was tall.
So
Same
ju-
thing, right?
just so what you do know of them is their statement is all lift themselves upon the backs of others. Is their motto. And the Hell Knights serve as wardens and trackers devoted to hunting down enemies of the society and locking away dangerous criminals.
Oh, that's good.
So they're one of the good ones?
Technically, all of the Hell Knights have that sort of belief system,
Oh.
but it's how they go about it is why they call it Hell Knights.
Right.
So think of paladins who don't have to be lawful stupid.
They won't just thump you with a Bible. They'll thump you with something else.
Yeah, those swords mean business.
Okay, so is Quest going off, or Quest going to stay and meet with me?
Going to the
Saf-
lodge
yeah, Saflodge.
to investigate the splotch.
Mm.
Yeah, probably not.
Okay, so and what about Duza?
He was gonna go see if he could chat with the War Master, and Entourage, and find out what's been sort of happening at home.
Okay, so
Find out if maybe a bit more about the Sandpoint Devil, if they have any knowledge.
No, not this.
yeah.
okay, so while you're sitting there, what's Quest going to do while she's going to be catching up with some orcs?
If Quest can track down those goblins, he's going to say, someone mentioned that you were trying to meet me, and if not, he's just going to do the rounds.
So do you do the mark on the window like they suggested?
The lamp on the.
No, it's dumb. That sounds dumb. Why would Quest do it? And don't we have them on security duty?
No, you didn't hire them.
No.
They'll come back when you light the window for them,
Yeah.
and they were coming back till then.
Oh well, this Quest isn't doing that today. So he's just gonna socialise with people, and he's going.
So-
Who's the oldest person there other than Grayscale?
Probably a little bit.
Most people would say the Lich is the oldest person. No one would peg gnomes as being that old, because gnomes generally die of illness, injury, or dismemberment by then.
I think Quest is gonna go chat up the Lich and ask the Lich how often these RuneScarred have been appearing. Like, when was the last? Like, we knew someone, and they got RuneScarred not long ago. We don't know where they've gone, but how often does that actually happen?
Okay, so she's sort of sitting off to the side in the pub, scaring customers away, as a Lich does when they're there, and she's
They have a drink?
no.
Nope. Just will bring a flagon of mead with them, put it on the table in front of them.
They just look at it and then look at you.
I figure you can throw it at someone if you don't drink it.
Does she then proceed to throw it at you?
Here we go.
She thought about it.
Ah.
Yeah, the intriguing little goblinoid.
So this really reveille voice says, "Sir, what little goblin do you want?"
Well, I mean no offence, but you look to be a venerable and wise sage of your time.
I just look dead, don't
Dead happy.
I?
What I was thinking was O. Starts with an O.
Oh crap.
Old. Older than any of these louts anyway.
That's because they're still living.
Yes.
I can fix that for you if you like.
can call it living.
No, look,
Surviving.
I really need some
Until
help.
tonight.
I'm trying to figure out. I've got this friend, right? And they went in.
Would you like me to kill them? Is that what you're asking? That's what people normally ask me to do.
Look, thought hasn't crossed my mind in a while.
Well, it's
only
there now.
because I haven't seen them. But they went mutzing about. What was it? Kanaka? No.
Kamigar.
Kamigar. They went futzing about in Kamigar, and they got these weird blue tattoos that kept swirling around. And like the weird mages keep calling him Rune Scarred. I was just wondering, is that actually as rare as they're making it out to be?
Doesn't happen very often. They normally die.
Doesn't surprise me. This one surely will. Like,
Well, it normally happens to the incompetent, the idiotic, or those who have more bravado than sense.
it's the last one at least. But how many have you ever seen?
I've never seen one.
I've never seen one.
I just hear tales of them.
What about-
Apparently, that they go all high and mighty and end up getting killed off.
I hear that, like, who is it? One of the tribe people have a honor killing thing for them. But
Well, most of the tribesmen think that the rune scarred are cursed and should be uncursed by dismemberment into
sounds
as many
reasonable.
pieces as possible, and then those pieces scattered and burnt and
Sounds-
buried,
Sounds reasonable.
so they shall not rise again.
Alright, well, what about this Archgate thing that's up here? Because like it's got a glowing rune on it. I'm pretty sure I saw that rune on this guy. Are they related at all?
Yes.
Do you know how?
No. I'm not that old. I may be old, but I'm not that old.
Well, who do you reckon is the aside from Grayscale? Who do you reckon is the oldest here?
Hard to tell, because some of you living people can make yourselves look young.
You think there are liars here?
Why does making yourself look young make you a liar? She says as she just waves her hand. She looks like a young, 20-odd, buxom woman.
Well, like, shouldn't you just look like yourself? Why would you go
But
mask?
this is what I look like normally, when not dead. So you're saying I shouldn't look like what I...
Chris takes his hat off and looks at it and goes, yeah, I should. Probably should I? Oh no, I'm definitely a liar.
But I thought you were a lawyer as well, so that means you're a liar and a lawyer. I thought they were both the same thing, she says. Because you wrote the rules.
I tried to. Apparently people didn't like them. But I'm only a lawyer when I'm being paid for it.
Okay, so how much you want to be paid to do some lawyering?
Who am I lawyering?
Well, I've got a few people I would like to mess around with, so if I get you a list and things I want you to lawyer, will you do it?
Sure, sounds like fun.
And how much do you
No,
charge for
no.
lawyering?
Nah, it just sounds like fun. I'll just do it normally.
Okay,
Like, I don't know, a
Pretty much,
copper
yeah.
to make it actual lawyering rather than just lying.
sure. She puts a bloodied copper in front of you.
There's a frick.
Blood looks fresh.
You light the blood you smell.
He hasn't had a bath in like 2 months, so you know.
You wouldn't even let us try a clean rack back of his head, so you know.
So do you want a list of all the names at once, or do you want them one at a time?
Whatever's easier for you. How many names are there?
She starts counting 2,345.
This is a full-time
Let's
job.
start with the 10. First 10. Biggest 10. Worst 10.
No, I might have to get back to you on that one because is it worse 10 still living or
Dealer's choice.
still this choice? Okay.
Which 10 are most pressing for you?
No, I just like to mess with them.
Well, you choose who you want to mess with, and I'll mess with them for you.
And you don't mind travelling?
Depends on the farm.
Well, you are going to have to, serve these papers too.
This might be a little more than I'd bargained for.
Well, I thought it was a deal for a copper. That's what lawyers do, isn't it? You basically lawyer them.
No. I mean, I just write stuff.
Well, I'm going to upgrade you to a full lawyer. Here, have a silver piece, she says.
Okay.
I puts down a bloody silver piece.
Okay, so let's make it 5 and in the city then.
Well, how about I'll make it a gold? She says, puts down a bloody gold piece.
Yeah, does she have like just like a bag of holding that's full of blood that she put coins into?
He has no idea.
I have a job. I need to keep working, otherwise I'd be a bad goblin.
Well, can't you work for me instead?
I think so.
Well, how much gold would it take for you to work for me instead? Exclusive offer.
No, I want to play music. I don't want to be a lawyer all the time.
Well, write your lawyering in terms of a song and sing it at them. That will work for me.
Pulls out the other copy and says, I'm sorry, I don't think I'm the lawyer you're looking for.
But I've already paid you.
Well, now I'm giving you a refund with extra.
But I don't need money.
Alright, well,
I need
don't
a
mind
lawyer.
that I'm being paid then. Thank you for your generous offer, but I must refuse.
You came to me. That was my quest.
I see what you did there.
Now Quest needs to work out whether she knows his actual name or whether that's just coincidence.
Quest is trying to work out how to get out of here without dying now.
See, I think you've got your sign
While
now.
you're thinking that, she says, well, dying is an option. It would make it easier for you to do the work.
No, I'm good.
That's okay then. Good, we're sold for the deal, and I'll give you details later, she says, and she gets up.
Okay.
And by the way, you can keep the coins.
Thank you. Is the meat still on the table?
And you hear a really hearty laughing coming from across the room as the orcs and Shoanti are all having a big chat with Dooza. So yes, you're sitting amongst them. You in the middle of just getting to know them, talking to them. You see the Lich just walk out of the room, leaving Quest looking pale green instead of normal green, and just completely downing a mug of mead. A bit too big for him, but downs it anyway.
I yell at him to come over and join us, because we're enjoying ourselves.
Is that another trap?
Why would it be a trap?
I don't know, I seem to have walked
that's the
into it.
campaign. That's the campaign.
Kid. Party bag.
Right.
Petty cash. Kitty. It's for the cat.
Okay, the coins all have skulls on them.
Right, so it's 1 gold, 1
And
silver,
and 1 copper.
2 coppers now.
Oh, yeah.
silver,
Quest
and
put 1 copper in.
2 copper, but the one of them is, so all the 3 from her are all the skulls.
Yep, and as the coin's sitting there, you see the coins are slowly bleeding.
That's okay.
Wait, after Quest cleaned them?
Yep.
Okay, no, I'm not there, but I know. Thank goodness we got out of that building.
Dude is just like, what the fuck did you just give me?
I don't know. Whatever I just
One of
sold
the
my
orcs
life
looks over and goes,
for.
oh, you got some blood coins. Ah, sucks to be you. Sucks to be you.
Dude probably swears in Orcish, which probably makes everyone else laugh.
I don't think that means what you think it means.
They give you some more choice phrases that you hadn't heard very often. It's along the lines of, oh God, my soul is damned.
Quick, pray to your god now.
Is that actually going to call my god if I say that? Or is
No,
it
your god may listen and just chuckle.
Oh, okay, right.
Because it's like, oh, you stuffed up again.
Yeah. Okay, yeah. No, alright. Dudes will put those to memory.
It's so rarely done, but they said it was appropriate for that time.
Yeah, it seems to be.
Yeah, be careful what liches give you.
You don't take money from liches.
Yeah,
Oh,
well,
the
I
work
like.
that I'm worried
I didn't
about.
ask for this. He just brought them over for some reason. What did you do?
Apparently, he just included you in his contract.
I haven't touched them yet, so does that?
But he gave them to you.
I mean, I
Yeah.
think technically I just made the party involved.
No. Two of the party's not there.
Exactly.
I
Going
use
to
this
the
new choice
kitty.
words I've been given.
And if they're in the party kitty, then that might mean anyone part of that party might be involved, depending on how
Was the party kitty or the
liches go
tournament
goes.
kitty?
Party kitty.
Harry's gonna get to the session. Mage's Guild.
Juice is just like,
Mage's Guild.
can you take those to?
But the thing is that
Some
they end
kind
up
of
with,
rainbow,
but at least
not
the
fucking
coins
liches and
aren't
death.
going for Sandpoint Devil,
As
so
we're walking
that's a
down the
relief.
road. Okay, good. Thank
Oh,
you
yeah.
very much for
When are we going to get back on that?
allowing me
Yeah,
to
look, that's-
accompany you.
They all laugh at that saying,
Not
yeah,
that I hate my
no
wife
one's
or anything, or
idiotic
his
enough to take on
dirty
the
ass
Sandpoint Devil job.
Fucking
Is
brother.
that one of the...
That person's just got a death
You know,
wish.
there's a time and a place where you need to get the fuck away from these people.
I'm just imagining one of the Surrounding being like, oh, we invited the Sandpoint Devil to the...
The Shoanti all curse the Sandpoint Devil because it's been the bane of all the tribes for as long as the tribes remember.
Yeah.
The Sandpoint Devil has been terrorizing the nations for over 10,000 years.
Someone curses the Sandpoint Devil in the building. Hi, someone summoned me.
Like, oh fuck.
And,
You say Sandpoint 3 times.
and basically that they believe that it's been teaching a couple of gnomes how to be more cruel.
And then it kind of like gives side eye to the two gnomes that are wherever they are.
They're not the ones I'm worried about.
Not the bleached one.
The bleach one,
It's
yeah.
the parents.
I don't think they need lessons.
Yeah,
Princess
it's funny
Kingdom Hearts.
that the Sandpoint Devil hasn't been taken down yet. Ha 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 ha.
Many have tried, they say.
Yeah,
It's taken out the best heroes of all the tribes.
great. So what did they do to, you know, get to that point?
They start describing some of the heroes of your stories. So every hero that you remember that disappeared from your tales apparently went after the Sandpoint Devil.
Right.
There's not one hero from your childhood that you worshipped who is not here, who survived meeting the Sandpoint Devil.
Juice
Hey,
is gonna be the first.
Juice, didn't you meet the Sandpoint Devil though? Like
Someone
torment you a bit?
meet him, but yes.
It torments them for years apparently.
Ah.
Yeah.
It gets to the point where the person just takes them on just to stop the torment. At that point it kills them.
Were they heroes before the torment started?
Yes,
Or
normally.
normally?
Sometimes not. It depends on if they choose them as their personal enemy.
I'm not sure if I heard that right, sorry. I was
Oh no
thinking,
no no! You're hearing.
were they heroes after the torment started? Like, were they molded by it? Were they...
No. My question is, did anyone ever get tormented by the Sandpoint Devil to the point where they became heroes just so they could go fight the Sandpoint Devil?
Yes.
Alright.
Quite a few did. They were the most spectacular failures in history.
Luckily for you, Doozy, you don't have big shoes to fill.
Yeah, great. I have so much to look forward to.
Well, hey, look, the witch might kill us first.
Don't worry, it will kill all your friends before it will take you out.
Oh, wonderful.
It's okay. So glad I'm not your friend, user.
Well, let's sort it this way. Anyone that travels with, it considers their friend. So if you spend a lot of time around Doomsday, you're as good as a friend as
Welcome
it's
to the
concerned.
family.
Which for some of the people who were tormented, they were travelling with people they hated and watched them get killed off, one by one, and they were loving it. There was, and they go into this whole side story about how this person almost killed an entire family line by just travelling with them as their servant.
I mean, it's pretty clever.
Yeah, and then he killed them all off and was by himself and couldn't get to anyone else before it got him. He didn't learn from that time. He was going, I'm perfectly safe, and then it killed everyone he was travelling with. So, you guys reach the Cypher Lodge. As you're travelling along, you run into two gnomes.
Do you recognize them?
Yes, you do. You notice the green arrow.
Right.
Hey!
He's looking very hard done by a very long-winded explanation into something very airy and technical at the same time.
Just showing Lickbreaker around.
Oh,
Oh, the brother of Breaker.
why are you showing him around?
They asked me to.
Okay.
It's absolutely been educational. Fantastic.
I see.
So how long has it? I'm just talking to other gnome. How long has it been since you've been here?
In this city,
Yes.
I came in yesterday.
No,
Prior
since
to
you're
that?
prior to that one.
Oh, prior to that one.
What's
About 100 years.
100 years.
Lots have changed. People still smell as bad.
What's the main change that you've noticed since the past 100 years?
More people,
More people.
less goblins.
Less smell? Same smell. Same smell. Same smell.
Out of character, we're meant to keep these blocks secret, aren't
No, the blot is known.
we? Okay.
The blot is known because everyone can see it. It's
Yeah,
just
cool.
the fact that we're researching it as Pathfinders.
Any idea what that is? Point up to blots in sky.
Bad joke. He says, looking up.
I wish it was a bad joke.
Joke for who? And in what way?
Some wizard, maybe, couldn't get his spell right.
No.
That's a
Was
rather
it- was
large
it-
mess.
You should ask him if it was here 100 years ago.
Yeah, was it there 100 years ago?
You've never seen it, I take it?
Not seeing anything looking that cheesy. I'm sure it's not really well.
Cheesy. I like it. Cheesy.
Do you understand what the runes do on the gate?
Well, that one lights up, he says, pointing.
Yeah, thanks. So we all know that one.
I see that you're Captain Obvious today, he says.
I see you're Captain Intelligence today, I see.
Oh, well, no one ever challenged me for my intelligence.
I wonder why.
Oh, I just had a reputation for breaking legs, so I was always good at that.
Ah.
Sounds like a
So you're
good
definitely not the
reputation
brain.
to
You're
have.
definitely not the brains of the group.
No, that's more my mother. Oh, she says she's the brains because she eats so many of them.
Really?
Yeah.
She says what she eats makes her smarter.
I mean, you are what you eat. Can't
I
deny that
have-
one.
Honestly, I've actually heard that from more than one. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
They're, my dad really is the sort who would talk your leg off, but make you then realize you promised to do something that he wanted you to.
Yeah, fair enough. So how long have you been living?
Since birth. Unfortunately, it's a curse, he says.
Understand that? Do you have actually a time period?
Not really, because I don't pay attention to this abstract thing you call time.
Time. Hmm.
Possibly a silly question. you come across as a pretty tough guy.
Sure.
How would you feel if I bit you?
If you
Bit you.
bit me. So,
Only once.
then I can bite you back.
Sure.
Uh-oh. He smiles.
I
He's got
just
pointed
kind of
teeth.
again this. We gotta be no.
My character's a douchebag. He goes, okay, sure.
I would recommend that.
Have at it. Cool. You first, and then I get to bite what I want.
Wow. One would hope it's not a lethal bite.
One would hope.
I wasn't looking to mend anything before
Okay.
tonight.
So I move over to the guy. And I grab him by the arm. I'm assuming. And I give him a nub. With a num num.
Okay. Give me a athletics roll.
What for?
To try to bite him.
He's resisting.
No. Just give me an athletics roll.
Oh wow.
Let's talk about his husbandly duties.
Hey! A 15.
15. Okay. You bite and you can feel your teeth rubbing on his skin.
Chewy.
Gummy
Slipping
bear
through.
like.
Well, I have an agreement with the man that I get to bite him, right? And so until I've actually...
And he says, have you started yet, he says.
Not yet. Obviously not. So until I've actually bitten him and drawn blood, that does, in my mind, does not count as a bite.
So tell me when you finish and then it's my turn.
Cool.
The
The second I draw blood, I'll say, yeah, I'm done.
Okay, try roll again.
We're gonna be here a while.
Probably. 23.
23. You think you might have slightly nicked his skin?
Until I know for sure that I have drawn blood, I do not stop.
I'm just gonna, while this is going on.
You know,
ask
in the
Big
old
Breaker.
system, I take a 20.
Okay. So he says, so while he's doing this, will we head anywhere in particular?
Well, while this is going on, seeing as it's taken a while, I figured I could go get lunch and bring it back.
Sure.
So I'm...
He's going,
So I'll go and get some lunch from a local tavern or something.
That's hilarious.
Your character's fucking weird.
give me a perception roll.
This is coming from Parry.
Okay, I get -2 because of my Pharasma curse.
Yep.
So I get 16.
Okay. He seems to be quite amused by you doing this, and you sort of hear him say, "So is this a come on?"
No, sort of between chews, I go, no, you need to talk to Perry about that.
So to Perry. So is this his form of a come on?
I've read about this somewhere. I personally haven't done it, but
It seems different to me. You could at least draw blood.
Oh, come on!
I was about to say you can at least order you out for dinner first.
But the skin is rather tough.
I can imagine, but I take a 20! So,
So
eventually...
after about 10 minutes of trying, you eventually manage to draw some blood.
a very small amount, I imagine.
Yep. And roll a fortitude save.
Uh-oh.
This is the gnome, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
Leg breaker.
Wait, so what did I miss? What is he trying to do?
15.
Try to bite him.
Oh,
15.
Okay, so you bite it, your mouth catches alight. You find yourself spitting out fire for about a minute or so with your tongue feeling really badly scorched afterwards.
Okay, as I'm spitting it out, I'm like, what the fuck was that?
Well, you wanted some of my blood.
Yes, but people's blood normally doesn't burst into flame.
Well, it doesn't burst into flame, it's just very toxic to people.
Okay. Okay, well, once I've finished vomiting or whatever the hell it is that's going on, I go, alright, your turn. No, actually, my character goes, takes up a fighting stance, he goes, your turn.
Okay.
That fighting stance is not.
Mate, if I can take a punch to the ghoulies, I can take a bite.
He-
Oh, hopefully not.
Give me a will saving throw.
You didn't specify where.
You severely wanted 25.
25. Okay. He caresses you as he finds the spot he wants to bite.
Oh.
Okay, I didn't realise we were going down that road. But
Well,
I'm not saying I'm not open to it. I'm just saying I wasn't expecting it.
after your half an hour or so, or 10 minutes or so of foreplay.
Yeah, okay. I mean, look, my character rolled an 18 out of 20 for his freak show.
And
so
then,
he's like, well, okay, all right. Whatever.
then he nips your ear.
Oh, okay. Had that happened before, my character goes, oh, okay.
And he goes, yes, you taste a lot sweeter than I do.
Yeah, that's for sure.
Mum was right.
Mum. Really?
Yeah, her choice of meals.
Okay. Well, my character suggests that we might catch up after the,
You grab a quick bite? Yep, we can
Yeah.
do that.
well, yeah, why not? Okay. Yeah, my character's open to it. He's like, yeah, okay,
So-
all right,
Oh,
cool.
God.
Stefan, you gonna head off with the others at the Cypher Lodge?
Sure.
He says he'll see you at the game later.
Yep, that's fine.
He's now hungry for something, and he'll catch you guys later.
Well, he's not gonna go find that goblin peddler, is he?
No, he's
Didn't we
hungry
give
for
that guy
Willy.
retirement
Yeah,
fund?
he's gonna go eat the goblin.
He's gonna
I'm
go
very,
eat the
I'm
goblin.
very, I'm very scared for
I
Willy.
feel like
right
his taste is a little higher than goblin.
Fried goblin using its own, instruments.
He doesn't cook most of his meals.
There you go, raw goblin. Perfect.
Okay, so you eventually reach it to the Cypher Lodge, feeling like yes, we have actually made safety, and you can see that there's everyone in there seems to be shutting the place up for the day to head over to the tournament. So there's a lot of carts, people to help carry stuff.
Yep.
As you rock up, it's like, oh, Harry, but didn't you get the notice that we're all going to the Gold Goblin today?
Oh, beautiful. Let me help you guys out.
Sure. Yeah.
What do you mean? This is why I'm here.
Okay, so that's glad you're here. What are you going to organize for us? That's right. We won't get you to do that again this time. Last time was a disaster.
Yes.
And yes, we had 3 more people show up trying to claim parentage.
You know what to do with them.
We'll add them to the list and we'll give them to the goblin later.
Beautiful, thanks.
I know he's your lawyer.
Yes.
So you have a reputation of being a lawyer around town already.
We've
Surely you haven't been
inverted
that bad
quotes
of a liar.
apparently.
You mean lawyer? That's bad about lawyer?
It's a liar in a goblin accent.
My daddy's a liar.
We haven't had any major breakthroughs today, but we are looking forward to something to take our minds off things, and maybe we can come back for clear head after this nice breakages.
I agree. I'm going to go watch some breakages myself. What?
You're part of security detail or watching.
No, I'm basically behind the counter watching the safe. Don't expect me to go front. Well, actually, you do expect me to go front lines.
No, I'm not expecting you. I'm surprised that you're unwilling to go frontline.
So, are you participating in the wrestling competition?
I may as well.
You are. That would be fantastic.
I'll get part. I'll
we get
see
to
if
see
I can.
Harry seduce people to the table.
Yes.
Yeah, you didn't say what role we have to use for the arm wrestle, right?
Right.
Or what we could use in the arm wrestling lock up,
Harry
lick.
smiles.
Yeah, Harry smiles.
Is that where you go, who's your daddy?
No, you just lick their hand and just go,
I'm your Huckleberry.
Okay, so I help the wizards back to the golden goblin and I put 1 gold in, because why not? Parry's not even going to get past the second round, but sure.
Okay, so we have 2 party members in the competition. That's where the
I'll join you, brother Willie.
The orcs are asking, are you going to show everyone what's what?
I'm so fucked up.
You know
I was
what fucking
planning
I
on
am.
going in it anyway, in the open
gonna lose in
anyway,
the
so
first round.
yeah. Of course
got
I'm
less-
going
They're going to
in
be
the
your
open.
cheer squad.
Of course I'm going in the open. Why
But it's a
wouldn't I go
D20
in the
roll, so
open?
it all comes down
I'm
to
not,
that.
I'm not, I'm
Yeah,
not,
Which one you
I've
fucking
got to
gonna
reclaim
leave me today?
at least some of my dignity from having my arm broken.
Oh, you met Unbreaker.
Yeah, that's why I'm called Flex One Arm here. Cause,
I can understand. I couldn't walk for a week when I met her brother.
yeah, it didn't help that I re-broke it again like 3 times in the night because we also got attacked. But
It's
details.
what you do.
Yeah,
Makes
details.
makes you get those really interesting trick shots in.
Yeah. No, it ended up being Poppy being the MVP. And Poppy's like over at the thing going, he's praising me. And Poppy's like, yeah, that's right, I was awesome.
And you look back
Where's
at
my-
Poppy,
where's-
and right beside Poppy is a giant wolf about 3 times as large, just sitting next to Poppy.
Is it his dad? No? Oh, okay.
Got red glowing eyes.
Ooh.
Werewolf.
Who's that one?
Oh,
Werewolf.
yeah, we don't talk to him.
Werewolf.
Oh, that's the werewolf, is it?
You don't say that too much around him. He doesn't like the name.
He's a werewolf.
Wolf person?
Wolf inclined.
Wolf inclined?
They'll work well.
Eh.
First name would be
Shape challenged?
Shape challenge would also work well, except he chooses his shape. He doesn't care.
He just likes the shape of a wolf. That's
He-
3 times the size of Poppy.
Oh, that's technically his normal size.
Will Poppy get that big, do you reckon? Maybe I should
I
stop
hope
feeding
so.
him more.
What people have you been feeding him?
Whoa. Who was that dude that he ended up biting? Not me, the other one. the burglar.
You know, there is a saying amongst the show, Auntie. You learn from what you eat.
You are what you eat.
Oh, great, yeah.
It's been passed down for many generations.
Angvar. Angvar was
Angvar has
the
been-
mage who stole in cahoots with our wizard.
Puppy ate one of the thugs, didn't he?
He bit one of the thugs.
I didn't eat the thug because you dealt with the thugs by throwing him out the back door.
Alright, well,
But he still would have maybe got a bit of a chunk of an arm.
we should start feeding our victim. Our conquest. Hang on.
Is there a polite or maybe not so polite term for conquest in Orcish?
People who made poor choices.
There you go.
Or, as orcs would say, humans.
Oh, right. Wouldn't that offend the Shuanti that's here as well?
Well, show Auntie, no, they're not counted amongst humans as far as the orcs are concerned.
Right, okay. Yeah, so humans.
But for them, Varisan is a curse word.
Oh, balls that break the
Fuck
law.
you,
of us.
really?
For the orcs, yes.
So start feeding Poppy Varisians. Got it.
Okay, so the rest of the day passes rather quickly with lots of conversations happening. No one getting too many bad things happen to them. And then you find out that most of the Shoanti and the Orc are happy to help with scaring people into civility while they're doing the rest of the competition. Because if they're allowed to break people for free,
Well, it's what the Percys are supposed to do, but they're really
Dumb.
offensive. A really offensive orc word for stupid.
They're human.
What
The
are they?
humans, yeah, they're Varisians. They're almost as bad as Varisians.
And one of them pat you on the shoulder. You should give him a little more slack than that. They go into this tale about how there was this once a great orc chief who got cursed by a gnome,
Okay.
and he got split into many parts, and his power was loose amongst the parts, and every time the part died, each part got stupider and stupider, and eventually he got called Percy.
No. So did he have an original name? Like, was he a hero?
Precise.
He was a hero.
He was a hero. Ooh, now this is
Yes.
intriguing.
The legend of
Does
Perseus.
the legend say how to break the curse?
Squash them together.
If the legend told how to break the curse, the orcs would have done it by now.
Does it tell us which gnome it was?
No one knows which gnome it was. And apparently the gnomes are not talking. So people are hoping that they might be able to ask for one of the gnomes today.
So it was a hero and a chieftain?
He was the biggest orc chieftain of the area.
And what did he do to earn the scorn of this?
No one knows. It's been erased from history. As has his name. All they know he was a chieftain.
That's a lot of effort.
Yeah, I'd say. And here I thought it was just some nobody of the street of Runelords.
Well,
but
he's been wandering the lands for about 500 years now. This is why no one really knows his name.
So it probably wasn't the Green Arrow.
No,
would hope not.
I'm not that old.
So
Could it
says.
be your daddy cousin that you've been hanging out with all day?
Yeah.
I like that. That's great. Daddy cousin.
Oh.
Daddy, cousin, brother.
Oh. It just screams incest. It's awesome.
Yeah. At some point you just get upgraded to family member.
Yeah. Awesome.
It's on the tree somewhere, but so are all the other gnomes.
Ooh, big drummy.
I think we're there.
And basically, there's this big band playing out the front.
Oh.
Who hired them?
The Perseus.
And it is the Percy's playing.
Oh.
Percy's are playing.
Drums.
Oh wow.
Hitting their hand play.
They're hitting you with their own heads.
Okay, do the resents what he says before.
Actually, tap dancing.
Yeah, no, this is them playing. That's
I
pretty
wouldn't
good.
be surprised if one of them was using his head to beat the drum, but that's fine.
No, he's the beat bass.
This is the first time you've ever seen the Percy's actually show any form of skill.
Ah, they're unskilled at everything except music, like somebody else we know.
No, I think he got that wrong.
Oh,
That guy.
we don't talk about them.
And the crowd's all coming in, all happy and wonderful. You've got their 25 challenges for the following night's event, all here to see who's going to be number 26. Well, 27
Yeah.
officially. Because the host is number 26.
Because it's still gonna just end up great. Just great.
It's kind of
Did you actually go in?
Yeah, I'm going in.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
Are you in the
Yeah.
as well?
Yeah.
You really think you can do it, Shorty? You really think this is gonna work for you?
I think we'll find out who's the lesser man today.
We're gonna find out who's shorter than the other.
So what are the rules as long as we lock up?
So you guys set the rules for this one.
Oh yeah, okay.
My character goes around talking smack. I'm just
Oh god.
Okay, so you come across a little girl who's got the ribbon for
No,
contestant.
around the people that are gonna be
Yeah, she's one of the people who's going in there.
yeah.
She's basically yay high and looking up
Yeah.
at you. As when you're
Yeah.
talking back and looking down at her, you see the completely blue eyes and the And the look of pleasure on her face, the more smack you give her.
I compliment her on her eyes, but I talk smack. I go, look, you know, little girl, you need to get out of here. You know, you're just not up to the quota, you know. But again, keeping in mind, of course, that my character's not particularly bright.
Give me an intimidation roll.
The social skills are not what they could be.
Intimidate some of the
Even
competitors.
Judah knows better than to intimidate a little girl.
So, you
If
start-
it's a social skill, it's probably going to be somewhere around a 4.
So you go to intimidate them, and you're looking down at her. She just looks up to you, locks eyes with you, and smiles. You have absolute terror running through your body as you're staring down at this little girl who's just smiling at you.
Okay. So at about that point, my
your
character
body
goes,
sort of just locks in place.
so, you know, I'm done here.
Did we see this?
Probably. Well, I don't know. My character's very loud, very obnoxious.
Okay. So you-
And yes, a lot of people see him coming up and go and look at this little girl and go.
So whilst the words might say one thing, the body language says
Yeah.
completely
Seeing as I know she's the one who handed in the platinum crown, I'd like to go up to her and bow politely and say, please leave him as intact as possible after you're done. I'm the medic here, so...
How many pieces is it possible? Specify.
Well, usually
Leave
there's...
him in one.
preferably one.
But one is not pieces. You said as many as few pieces as possible.
If you
Two
have...
is considered pieces. If you say one, that's untouched. But and she starts going into this.
Oh, here we go again.
You can rip a
If
finger
you
off.
must remove an appendage, for whatever reason, please keep it so I can put them back together. One appendage.
So
maximum.
I keep the appendage and give it to you later.
As soon as possible, please, so I can
Okay.
put them back together.
Good. It's good to know that at least one of the other characters is looking after her.
But I realise you insulted the person who handed in the most valuable thing in the entire pot to my character.
And also decided that wanted to jump into the open
Yeah.
as a challenge.
The person whose thing was, okay, so can I kill them?
I don't know that.
You did hear about it in talk that someone had said that they were
They're
asking if they
smack
could kill people.
talking. It's just the way these things are done.
Like you're trying to smack talk her and shake your pants.
Yeah. But I'm never going to admit it.
But you do notice when she walks through the crowd, people just step out of her way,
Yeah.
whether they're looking or not.
Yep.
If you get paired up with her,
She's done. Not a problem. She's done.
I'm going to double check my medical
I'm
supplies
gonna-
now.
seriously advise,
And make sure I
you
have
cut
doubles of
suddenly
everything.
break your arm.
No, she's done. What are you talking about?
Yeah, I think
Little
the
girl.
appendage that's getting ripped off is slightly lower on the body.
Well, if you
She's
could ask,
already in the invitation,
Mages
she's
to have
doing
a
this to
spare, like,
kids.
reincarnation scroll, that'd be
Which means I'm going
fantastic.
to do really good
We made
invitations
it.
as well.
I'll put them as they're like they're up in the probably the second tier.
Take
Have a chat with them, you know.
That's
Very
it.
good
We
plan.
kind of had
Okay.
like a
That's it.
week to sort this out,
Yeah,
so I'm
yeah.
sure you would have got at least one.
So did Core want to join in the arm wrestling?
No. I'm just making sure we had access to
Quest does. Quest will join.
reincarnation scroll, just in case.
I'm going to get
I want to see Quest bouncing across tables.
Okay, so
I don't have that feat yet. I like to take minimum damage and get thrown across the room.
I don't.
with it.
I don't fight it.
You bounce, right?
Yes. So does my arm when it's thrown blades.
Yeah, that's right, because they knock you over and then hit like 3 other tables and they go, does that count? Is that 3?
There's a feat I can pick up later, which is I elect to take minimum damage and get thrown against a wall.
Interesting.
That's great.
No damage. Less damage. I'm happy. I survived. And then I fall down into the lava.
It's lava, that hurts.
Okay, so
It's pretty dead, so it bounce.
the competition starts with a few of the what they call in the notable matches. So first person up is the person who has talked up the most. So yes, it is.
My character does.
You asked to announce yourself to the world.
Yeah. My character walks around the ring like like a wrestler, does like the Hulk Hogan thing.
And as you do that, you start hearing infernal chanting coming from around the room.
You're a twat! Your head's too big!
Good people. Let him have his introduction. But yeah, my character just plays it up to the hills.
Hold on
and-
to your
and-
appendage if you lose it.
And what do you call yourself?
Actually, good call. My character no longer calls himself Junk Punch.
Yeah.
My character now calls himself Low Blow.
Low blow.
Low blow.
Yep.
Okay.
He's not going to take the master.
Apostle of Junk Punch.
That's it. He's not going to take the master's
Okay.
turn.
So, you have a rather weedy-looking goblin coming up against you.
Oh, my
Not
character
in
just
this.
my character just goes, oh come on, really? I'm here. This is
In before Harry gets a doozer.
I'm like, okay, let's get this out of the way. What the hell?
Make it a good show.
You've got to have it now. You've said it.
Okay. So,
Awesome. Yeah. Anyway.
okay. So you're sitting across from the weedy-looking goblin. He looks far more elegant than your usual goblin.
Really?
Yeah, he doesn't have that stupor to him that you're associated with the goblins you've seen in town.
Okay. Well, when I notice this, my character is going to stop with the smack talk. I'm going to go. What's brought you to this point? Why are you here?
He says money.
Oh, really? If you lose, and you will, because hey, it's me. Come and talk to me later, and we might have a bit of a chat.
He goes, and then as he does that, you sort
When
of
he
see
does that, I go,
his muscles sort of grow out about twice the size.
Oh.
Okay, and I introduce myself, full, this is who I am, this is what I'm about.
And he puts his arm on the table.
Yep, I do the same.
Okay, so how are you going to athletics?
I'm assuming that that's what it is.
Okay, so
I would believe it would be
I would
athletics.
believe it would be athletic.
you can do it with athletics. He's going to do an athletics against you as well.
Is there another way to do it?
You can do it with acrobatics to basically lever yourself the best way possible. You can do it with intimidation. You intimidate the person into dropping before you.
Nice.
You can do it with charm. You can basically
That's like a
charm
chat.
them into letting you in.
Okay. Acrobatics. This
Would
guy.
charm be?
Charm would probably
And I'm
be
assuming
the
highest
one
number roll,
to-
highest roll is better. Wins.
or performance, maybe.
So, 15.
15. Okay. He got a 14 and he just goes down. But it's a struggle. You're fighting. His muscles bulge. Your muscles bulge.
Yeah.
You've not come across a goblin who can go toe to toe with you and
Really?
not actually.
Wow.
You could probably beat me. But anyway,
But
sorry.
you're not gone into an arm wrestling competition with a goblin. Like,
No.
He's also a small creature, so he's still holding his own against you.
Yep.
And then boom, you beat
Okay.
him.
So, yeah, my character goes...
Round 1, 2, low blow.
Low blow.
That's how you put on a show.
Okay. Then
But as he walks out, I go, remember, come and have a chat with me.
he does the same bow to you.
Yeah, I do as
Also.
well. You know, as my style, I bow. Okay.
And you hear Junk Punch cheering him.
Him?
Well, you did beat one of your students.
Yeah, and my character's still going... But okay, I walk out of the ring.
Okay. And then next up is the Wolf Master himself.
The
To
wolf,
do
the
the-
wolf master with one arm.
And Puppy does a few circuits of the ring before you get in.
Yep. Puppy laps it up.
And how do you introduce yourself?
Flex one up!
Yeah, I come in flexing my one one arm.
You can hear the one particular gnome cheering greatly.
Flex, 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 flex.
And then I do my usual like posturing, but just with my one arm.
You still can't move your other one.
No,
Just quickly.
No, I can still move it.
Did she come in after me? Yeah. Okay, as we walk in, I go, give him hell, shorty.
Can I punch his hand instead? I do that.
Love the enthusiasm.
It's a Rocky movie or something. Love the enthusiasm, kid.
Okay, so as you're in there, one of the dock rats come in. He calls himself Sweeper because he sweeps everyone up.
No.
Yep, ready.
And so how are you going to try to take him on?
Athletics, definitely.
You're going to do acrobatics.
Ooh. Don't say the number. You may as well use a reroll. If you
We
don't
got
use the
rerolls.
number.
Would
I
you
mean-
like to use a reroll?
Because that's the rule, isn't it? As soon as whatever you say is
win.
final.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a good point.
I need to
You
make-
want to win.
I need a math first though.
Because it stops it from people constantly telling me numbers while they're adding up.
Yeah.
Because some people say, I rolled this. I was like, okay, then
Yeah,
so that's a
I'll
failure. It's like,
reroll.
but I add
So
stuff to that.
M's using a reroll.
Then why did you tell it to me?
Yeah.
It's a simple rule to doing games like this.
Much better.
Yeah, you don't have human calculator next to you to whisper
No, I
your numbers.
don't. 26.
Okay. It's a struggle. The guy almost flips you over the table.
Oh,
And,
wow.
you slam his hand down. There's a cracking sound as he does it. He got a 21, which means that if you hadn't actually have used the reroll, you were out.
Oh, yeah. Wow, okay.
So, do the one?
Yes.
Yeah, do the one.
Who's a 1?
Harry's going out in the first round. Here we go.
Okay, so and then the lover of all is invited in,
Yeah, lover of all. Woo!
and there's a whole lot of cheering male and females from the crowd.
Yeah.
Daddy, daddy.
Room keys being thrown.
And he's a...
So he was called the Sweet.
Harry
Yep.
paternity
Yes.
testing.
Yeah.
One gold piece.
Harry paternity proof.
Proof of Harry's paternity.
Okay, so as you're in there, and how do you introduce yourself? You don't bother because everyone knows who you are.
Yes,
Okay.
everyone knows who I am.
You're just like.
Okay, so a rather large-looking orc steps into the. His
Really?
muscles are thicker than your head.
Cool.
Sits down opposite you. So how are you going to defeat him?
So what are the rules of this again? Because I want to try and do
Well,
something
you
really
tell
funny.
me what you're what you're attempting to do, and we'll make that work.
I was actually going to cast Shocking Grasp, and as we lock up...
Okay.
I'm using
Can-
my
can
I'm
you-
using
can
my
you-
wits.
Can you silent cast that though?
No, he can't.
No,
Not the second level.
not at second level, no.
Okay, so
I just wanted to shock him enough to obviously just get it down.
That's a cantrip, right?
No, it's not. It's a level 1 spell.
okay, so how many actions?
Shocking Grasp is 360.
2.
I think it's 2.
It can be 1, 2, or 3 depending on the spell.
Yeah. Normally the sort of defensive spell before.
But there at least 2.
2.
Okay. 2 actions. Yes, you do get the spell off before you put your hand down, ready for
Good
it.
stuff.
Is it, he puts his hand down and it's like arcing. The guy's like,
He goes.
come on!
Well, some people
There
like
you go,
bulgy
guys.
muscles on, but it's like parries are just different, you know.
Yeah,
Okay,
my
so-
skills are just different.
Roll damage.
Roll damage. damage.
Damage.
Because I don't believe you have to make an attack roll with that, do you?
I think I do. It's
Well,
touch.
at the minute you hook hands, that's an attack roll. And
Yeah.
You've succeeded.
Unless
I mean,
you-
because you
Yeah,
might be
he's
willing
willingly
to.
copying the attack.
Yeah.
He is willingly copying the attack, so you're rolling the damage. Because otherwise he has to back out.
Cool.
Which means any other Cypher mage who has entered the competition now know they can cheat with magic.
It's not cheating.
Yeah. Fair enough. Okay. 2d12.
Let's see. Did I write here that you couldn't use magic? Hang
Nope.
on. Wait up. Don't start just yet. Hang on. No, I didn't write that.
I'm using my brains in this, okay? Let me use my brains.
I'm glad it's that part you're using.
What are you going to do once you know better than the first attack?
Yeah, so it's 4 points of shocking damage plus a persistent. Give me a second. Just need to make sure I read this correctly. So do they have any metal armor?
No, they don't. Because most people don't wear it to a arm wrestling competition.
No,
Oh,
and he's
well.
also an orc warrior. So
Are they wearing? The target is wearing metal armor or is made of metal. Probably not.
You're getting a bonus to the
And the target also gets 1d4 persistently electricity damage on the hit.
Given that you only have ever seen Dooza and any other really orc warrior wear like high leather armor kind of stuff, not big
Basically, I
heavy-
shock him and.
Okay, he grabs hands with you and there's a zzz. He goes, I see you're electrifying just like the tails tell. He gives you a wink. Is that a pickup line?
Yes.
Now we're meeting you after the match.
No, it's a put down line.
Followed up by yes is a pickup line. Bleh, lick your hand.
Okay. Give me a deception roll.
Perception?
Deception.
Oh, deception. Not natural 20.
Okay, so as you lick his hand, he shudders a bit, and you go. "Book."
My character's like,
Cheating! Oh!
And everyone else is like, sorry!
Daddy! Daddy! Yes, and there's a chant of daddy going around the room.
I'm drowned out.
What? Daddy? What?
Seduction and arm wrestling.
Look, all I... Here is the rules I wrote. To start the competition, both elbows must be locked. Neither elbow can leave the table. Both hands must be grasped. As soon as someone's knuckles touch the thing, they lose. That's all I wrote.
Poor lawyer. That's what I'm hearing. I'm a poor lawyer.
2 days, and I was busy writing up how not to get fucked over. But that does mean, I think, we can just go in and punch people.
Oh, so you grab and you're like, boom! Right, I win.
Yeah. Well, no, like, you just keep punching someone, then you put your hand up and they don't grab it, they lose.
Is that what your character tells me?
I'm talking to him off the
Okay.
side.
Don't tell anybody that bit. They don't need to know.
Good call, good call.
Did anybody read the rules?
Probably. Actually, no, I wouldn't.
No.
Most people just rip them up.
Okay, and then the little girl gets called up next.
Oh, here we go. And someone's gonna die. Someone is
Yeah, my
going
character's
to die.
at the side of the thing going, watching. Going,
Yeah, she makes no announcement, just sits down.
yeah, my character's like,
Yeah.
good luck,
but
little girl! But don't be surprised if you get knocked out in the first round.
she just stares at you. No matter what else is going on, she's now just staring at you.
Good way.
Does he need to do a will save for that?
So the other person, he flexes and does all this stuff. She just puts her hand out while staring completely at you.
Oh.
Be
good to her. She's a little girl.
Okay, so
She's weak as piss. It's not her fault.
you see this really big burly orc. His muscles are the biggest you've seen so far in
He's
the
going to be
competition.
horny too.
And then he goes to town on trying to move her hand. She's staring at you. And you see his muscles straining and popping. He pauses for a moment and then just punches her right in the face.
Jade, what the hell?
At that point, she just turns and looks at him, and then you just see this blood gush out of her hand as she puts the remainder of his hand out.
Okay.
And then she just looks at you and points a blood-soaked finger at you and just does that with. And then she gets up and walks off.
Yeah, my character just points at her and goes.
And so you've got your first person for the day.
I do.
He comes over and you hear a little voice from a girl as she walks past you. He's still in one piece.
So what
I
I
say well done.
what I like to think, you know how usual first aid tends to have like the green cross. It's like 2 green arrows and a cross, and cross is like, I'm first aid today. Come on in.
And so this big burly orc is crying into his shattered hand. Yeah, funny that.
Yeah. I'll try. I got a.
It sort of looks like these tiny little balls.
Why would you punch the little girl? You had to know that wasn't going to work out well for you.
I got an 18 for that.
Doomsday comes around and like consoles this big burly orc. It's like, you did alright, buddy. You did okay.
Yeah, I got an 18 on that.
Okay. And then it goes through a lot of other different people at various points. And most of them are just simple people trying to trick the other person. One guy throws sand in the other guy's face. One tries to flip the table up, so even though their hands are sitting like this, it's still he wins because the table flips up that way. One tries to kick the other person's chair out from underneath them. Another one used flaming breath in their face.
Okay.
Incoming 3rd-degree burn.
But by the end of the
medical
first
work,
round,
that's for sure.
you've lost 3,000 people.
So the crowd's all. There's only about 200 people in the competition.
Oh, really?
Yeah, everyone else was in the watch.
You had half the ring.
Yeah, 6,000 people entered and then went,
Better not. Yeah, maybe.
we still got the money from that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And the last person on the round was the werewolf.
Oh.
Wait, what was he doing in?
I thought he was invited.
He
well,
was.
he's got an invite. It's also...
Yeah, but there was nothing stopping them from coming into the open.
Oh, really?
Oh.
Like, if they win the open, they get a second invitation.
But how's that help?
I think
You write the rules! What the hell? I don't know how it helps, but you know.
that it goes to whoever hasn't already had an invitation, but they do win the pot. So they win the pot, but the person
Isn't
who
the pot only like 600 gold?
yeah, but like it doesn't matter.
Still, you know.
Okay, so his person steps into the ring. As sort of a big dwarfy guy. He's got the muscles showing everywhere. He sees who his opponent
He's gonna
is.
be
He turns
ripped in.
completely pale and he just walks out. You win, he says.
Okay.
That wasn't your master, was it?
As he goes to leave, the werewolf grabs him and drags him to the table.
Oh, no. Oh, he wants a challenge.
My wife's in stuff. Just making sure she doesn't need any help. Nope, doesn't need help. And the guy is bawling.
Please!
Let me loose! Let me loose!
You say it was a wolf or an orc?
Big burly human.
Oh, big human.
Dwarfy.
I guess I'll interrupt and say he already forfeited.
He looks at you and says, "You're taking over for him then."
Aww.
He forfeited.
His
Means
life.
You win. No, he just forfeited the match.
So he doesn't need to fight then?
No, he's already lost.
He's already lost. Yes.
Well, we haven't fought yet. I want to fight. Who's fighting me?
Whoever you fight the next round or the round after that.
Am I hearing this?
Yes.
Oh, no.
My character steps up and goes, "You've tried you've tried him. Now try the best."
Oh, fuck.
He lets the guy go and goes, and you can just see all the teeth everywhere.
I'm going to cross the dwarf's name
Well,
on
yeah,
the
so
list.
my character stops and goes, yeah, like it stops the whole sort of,
You
you know,
know,
I'm the best. But he just sort of stops and goes,
He's a large humanoid.
"That's right. That doesn't worry my
Gotta
character.
try to prevent
I'm
injuries
almost
to
a
you,
large
though.
humanoid." But I walk over and go,
Yeah,
"How many people have you bitten?"
not the rest.
Oh, sorry. How many things have you bitten?
More than most.
I would assume so, but have you ever had anything like when you bite a particular thing?
No.
Do you feel anything other than satisfaction? No. Yes.
Recoil.
Am I not being clear enough?
You want me to turn you into a werewolf?
No, not at
You
all.
trying to join the club?
No, not at all.
There's a club.
Or you just
Yeah,
like
I agree with him. There's a club.
You just like fur people.
Well,
Very,
Actually,
very,
maybe.
very.
I've not tried, and no. This is no.
Very,
When we're
very.
finished,
The demon
we'll
is
if you're happy to, I'd be more than happy to
Fancy, yeah,
have a conversation
God
about
fancy
this
thing.
further, please.
Do you think Sherman goes, okay?
Thank you.
And he...
Yes! Low blow's back in town! And he starts doing the whole,
Ah.
This doesn't count as your second round.
it's still the first.
Round 1A? No, round 1B. Fine.
So, I do the whole, I'm the best. And then I lose horribly.
Okay, he does a full-on wolf howl.
Yep.
And basically you feel the entire room shake as he does it.
Oh.
Yeah, as he does it, if I can, my character does the whole Hulk Hogan.
You realise you can't hear out of that.
Yeah, that is kind of... But I lose.
Okay,
I'm
so
happy to accept.
how are you going to fight him?
I'm going to fight him effectively with just straight acrobatics because that's the best thing I've got. But the fact that I'm going to lose, it just depends on how badly I lose.
How badly is your arm going to
Okay.
come out of something?
How much of a crit fail are you going to go by?
Pretty much. Okay, so we grab hands.
Mm-hmm.
Does he have his, is he...
So your hand fits around his thumb.
Yep. Is he in werewolf form?
Yes.
So he's got the big claws and all the rest
Yep.
of it. Okay, my character goes, I'm glad you're not holding back. Alright. I'll make the roll. Alright. 26.
Okay, he just doesn't seem to be trying against you and just letting you strain and do stuff.
Okay.
As he's just holding his hand there. You didn't even see him budget even a little bit.
Yep.
Oh.
I mean, honestly, my character's 7'2", but of course, I'm like...
And the size of his muscles, they haven't even bulged.
Okay. So, you can just tell me what happens.
Okay.
I mean, let's face it, I'm a second level character, so bad things happen.
Okay, so when he flips you, your whole hand goes through the table.
Oh. Okay.
Ariadne said if you could check your messages.
Okay, she sends me too many at the same time and they all support. No one is. And does anyone need the bathroom right now?
No.
Penalty for being a douchebag.
Okay.
No one else but to blame but yourself.
Pretty much.
And you feel something nip your shoulder.
I'm probably doing backflips with my hand going through the table. So it's probably a case of my worldview goes
You
this
roll
way.
towards him and you get nipped at the same time.
Okay.
Oh.
Okay, so
More animals.
Am I when I've lost? And let's face lost, am I still in a position to actually interact with people?
Well, your arm is feeling very numb.
Yes.
So,
Oh.
definitely, would you
So
like to do
my
a medicine
shoulder
roll for
still
it?
works?
Yes, I would.
My shoulder still works?
Well,
You
we're,
don't know
about, we're
yet.
about to find out.
How good is your medic? He's not real good, so your shoulder don't work no more.
I'm sure you could ask your wife, right?
Oh, yeah, but I don't want to, because I have to sign another fucking contract.
22.
22. Okay, looking at him, his shoulder's been ripped out of the socket.
Oh.
His elbow's been broken. And his wrist has been shattered.
Yeah, this will take a while.
And then he's got a wolf bite on his other arm.
Pretty sure
shoulder.
that's not legal, but we'll get to that later.
It's not,
They were
it's-
locked up.
It's not in the rules.
They were locked up.
Yeah, I can't say anything.
You're a really bad...
My rules are
Bad.
ironclad. There are no corner cases. There are no ifs, no buts. My rules are ironclad.
You're a bad lawyer.
So,
Rule
your
one,
wife-
don't
your
argue
wife
with
shows
the
up,
umpire.
and it says, so, I see you got yourself into a bit of a predicament.
So I'm here, like I'm still on the exhibition floor.
Yep.
My arm's sort of like this,
Munted
and I'm like,
mangled.
he's leaning over me, going,
Uh,
"This is bad."
Quite easily assessing it for you.
Yeah, well, it's hard to not when you're 90 degree, you know.
When your head's the wrong way and you know you're kind of like this.
Yeah, and of course, because your head's bounced off the table, you're like, I'm in shock a bit, so I don't really feel the pain.
I would have just started trying to help you out and going like, at least this guy left you in peace. The little girl would have removed you.
Are you ready for round
Oh, I
two?
didn't even make it to the little girl. Oh.
No, you played the bye. You won your first round. Are you ready for round two?
Yeah, but
Oh,
I lost. But anyway,
Wait, he's still around
so my character's there going,
Yeah, but this is still round one.
He was the end of round one.
Oh, he was the end of
He was at the end of round one. He stepped in for an extra challenge.
Yeah.
He still made it past his brackets.
Yeah.
You won your game. You lost somebody else's.
Time to use your other arm.
so what does my wife say? Like, I'm lying there going,
She look at you going, well,
bad.
you did a good job there. It was impressive.
thank you, dear.
Tears
Do you
rolling.
have any need of assistance?
So I look at this wreck of an arm and go,
Yes.
I might ask
She
your...
goes, well, you can ask your little guy to stand back and I'll deal with it.
thank you, my love.
Are you able to...
I will ask my god to help.
I'm just going to step back and as you wish. I'm not going to argue with a Hell Knight.
So, as you do that, you see a Black Panther stalking the other side of the ring and sit and stare.
Do we recognise this Black Panther?
Yep.
Here we
Hey,
go
look,
again.
It's Quest Warberjack.
It's the Warberjack. Oh my god.
And so, in your head, you hear someone go, "You will get better."
This sounds like my wedding day.
You will perform!
You remember that this cat only ever talks in shouting.
Yes, I do remember that one.
Get better! And you feel yourself in more pain than you've ever felt in your entire life. As she starts chanting an infernal, and you hear infernal
Please
voices
stop.
go around the room.
Please stop. Please stop. Why does he keep kicking me in the dick?
And and so with no anesthetic, your arm starts to straighten itself and go back to normal, and then reattach itself properly.
Yep. Pop.
No pain relief whatsoever.
Oh. Oh.
What doesn't kill you makes you stronger? Question mark.
What doesn't
Kill
make
him,
you
it better run.
what doesn't make you smarter creates more problems for you.
And so then she, after that's all done and they stop talking, she pats you, says, I can only do that once per day, so try not to do it again.
Thank you, my love. I get up. I go. I turn to the crowd and go, I'm back, bitches!
At which point, you know, you still got the wolf bite and it didn't heal with the spell.
Yeah, I don't know anything about that. I've got no skills for that. But again, my character stands up with the crowd and goes,
What is learning about wolf bites or werewolf bites?
Knowledge of curses, so occultism would work off of that.
Occultism?
Occultism.
Religion wouldn't know, would they?
Religion is a sort of different thing.
Okay.
Religion understands the godly stuff.
27 on occultism
there you
for the
go.
wolf bites.
Okay, so it does look like a cursed bite because magic held the arm but didn't hold the bite.
Yeah. I don't know how to cure that.
He probably needs to take another trip to.
So I need to let.
to
Hey Willie, your bite's cursed.
We all get to see it.
Yeah, it's visible.
It's, it's an infection that counts as lycanthropy. Ah,
It's a murder.
man, I've got fucking cats, I've got lycanthropy, I've got all kinds of stuff.
Everyone loves you, you said.
Well, they do, yes, that's true. I just wish fewer people would love me as much as they do.
Oh, she fixed your arm with love.
Oh no, my wife's awesome. Even though I don't like hanging out with her.
What did you get in the roll?
27.
There's a Pinot Grigio with it's like $6.
So they are down half the field. The second round also goes rather smoothly for you guys. Even when you stand up and going, you manage to make it through pretty easily because you weren't fighting the same sort of people.
Once I go off the field, I want to go and have a talk to the werewolf, and effectively I want to talk to him about what the imp told me about you are what you eat, and the fact that when I bit the imp, what I felt. But I'm more looking to him to tell me. So I'm looking to
if
not
you're
share as much information with him, but I'm more looking to him to share information with me about the things he's eaten / bitten.
For him, food is sustenance.
Yeah,
That when you have a conversation with him, that's all he cares about, unless it's prey or amusement.
Okay, so I don't get the feeling that he had the same outcome when he bit his prey that I did when I bit the imp. Cool. Well, but I do thank him for the conversation and the sharing.
But he does
knowledge.
talk to you about the various ways of eating living creatures.
Yeah, I don't really care about that. I care if it's like-
That's his form of talking about eating.
Yeah, but I listen. But at the end, I thank him. But that's not really who I am.
And to be honest, it actually sounded to you creepier than when the dwarf talked to you about his horror stories.
This gets worse and worse. Here he goes. Okay. All right. Okay. So I won't be sleeping tonight. So thanks for that.
I can tell you another one tomorrow, he says.
Please don't. Please don't. Although if we meet in the ringing again tomorrow, I won't hold back this time.
That's good, he says. He might let you throw the first punch.
I didn't know you could punch.
Well, tomorrow's not our arm wrestling competition.
Really? What's tomorrow?
Tomorrow is you either withdraw or you withdraw. There are no rules.
Oh, really? Seriously?
Yeah, this is why we made it into two things, because
Wow.
we went to the gnome
Okay.
lady, the arm breaker, with the proposition of an arm wrestling match.
Yep.
And we didn't realise she sent out all these invitations, which were basically open brawl.
Okay.
So that's why we've had to sort of make the open as the arm wrestling, and then the invitational is.
But I thought the
free for all.
invitational started after the open.
No, it's the next day. It's the next day.
But-
It goes over 2 days.
Yeah, but I thought the open provided you an automatic.
It did allow you into the invitation.
Oh,
you
yes.
arranged that with the...
But okay, so if we don't have a winner of the open
Yeah.
to go into the invitational, if the invitational starts at a particular point, how do you?
You basically will be having all your
the
competitions.
invitational
All
won't
the,
start till the open's finished.
the open is all done in one day.
Yeah.
Okay.
So we're doing it over like 2 days. So the
Cool.
open is today, and then the invitational stuff is tomorrow. It gives you a bit of a
Ready to
rest.
fuck up
Yeah.
your arm again?
My character's such a dick. He's just gonna do it. I mean, I can't tell you how much of a douchebag this guy is.
Parry's got a good one lining up for the next place.
He's just such
Okay,
a dick.
so I'll do the round 2 then. Okay, so it's come to round 2, and Doozer is up first.
Oh,
Doozer-
I didn't mind skipping over round 2, like whenever we did another actual round.
Okay, so you make it down. There's 25
Cool.
contestants left.
Really?
Yeah.
Top
so
25 in the city, baby.
You're in the top 25.
How the fuck did Parry get this far?
Rest of some works.
And Doozer, you're up first for the top 25. Okay, so you are up against Willie.
Oh, I'm screwed.
Willie
I realised who I'm
walks into
up
the ring,
against.
does his
Oh,
whole
fuck.
spiel. Watch as you walk in. Goes, sup, shorty.
I ignore you and do my flex one arm posturing.
Actually, guys, look,
And you hear all the show anti chanting for
Come on.
Doozer.
you know I'm gonna win. You may as well walk out the room now.
You are the classic wrestling heel.
And so while you're
no
doing that,
one likes you.
people notice Puppy walk up behind you and then pee on you and then walk out.
Okay, that's the way it's
So
gonna
are
be.
the Shoranti actually
That's the way it's
using
gonna be.
his real name?
Fuck Willie. Fuck Willie. Little bloke and
But
fuck off.
they know
Fuck my
who's
bloke.
right or
Yeah,
not.
no, it's everybody else.
It kind of like. we
But
can't
they're
help
saying
it.
it in show anti though.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, they're saying the native tongue, so it sounds different.
That's fine.
Same
Like-
same with yours.
My boy's a tosser.
Yeah.
My boy's a tosser.
Looking around, who the fuck's
And you're looking around and you've got this little girl just with these red marks down.
I wave. Okay, he goes. Good job, last one.
Well, the last one just caved, didn't even step into the ring. It's like, no, I'm out.
I'm out.
She walks in, they're just like, yep,
Yeah.
no,
Too
no.
bad my arm was bad. So, character steps up and goes, you sure you don't want to pull out? You know you're shorter than me.
Willie
I'm
never
gonna
pulls
win.
out.
Yeah, I didn't.
Ask
You
him
sure?
why, ask him
Yeah.
why.
Okay, but when I crush you like the bug you are, you promise we won't have any issues continuing to hang out together?
I'll try not to.
You sure?
Yeah.
Alright, sounds like a beta male if I've ever heard one. Let's do this.
And you hear the Percy starting a drum roll
And I'm
as
gonna
it's
lose.
coming in.
I'm gonna lose so bad. And I deserve it. Okay, so, put down,
Yep.
So acrobatics versus athletics.
pretty much. Okay. Make a roll!
I made my roll when I heard it was you. Unless you wanted me to roll again.
No. That's fine. Look, I expect to lose. A natural
No,
So that's a 9.
So that's a 9 downgraded.
Wow!
So yeah, your arm snaps the loudest you've ever heard an arm snap. And basically you're sitting there with your arm like this, and then suddenly it's like that.
It's
but
like
your
that,
shoulder's
but the
still
shoulder
like
hasn't moved. I'm like,
You only prepped like 6 We went through them ages ago.
Your roll couldn't have gone first. I rolled.
hey!
That is really
I knew
good.
I was gonna, things are going to go badly for me, and it's just really good that it happened with you.
That's really to a T. Oh, so much shit. Natural one.
I rolled a 19 with a +8.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, that's definitely broken. Yep.
Oh.
Fix it up.
So 27 to a 9 downgraded.
So my character's there going, he goes, good job!
Help. Help.
Who's the lesser man again?
Well, you're smaller, but it doesn't matter. Okay, it just holds it and goes, walks out of the ring,
I rolled an 18 on medicine to
I'm
try and fix that.
walks out.
Got an 18 for medicine.
Basically,
Okay, so,
compound humerus fracture,
it-
like sticking out of the bone.
Absolutely wrecked.
So it's set for you again. Again, no anesthetic.
Oh. What is anesthetic in this realm anyway?
Alcohol.
Save the poppy.
Alcohol is a base anesthetic for a lot of people, as is many drugs and other things.
Could have knocked him out after.
There's that too. So I was like, here, let me give you some anesthetic. Boom. I'm still awake. I'll try again.
I mean, I could try knocking you out if you really want me to.
My character goes, like, I'm trying to man up, but I'm like, not so much. And I just walk out going, oh, like all the sweat coming down the face.
Green arrow!
And I walk over to you and go,
I'll fix you up. It's okay.
Dooza kind of follows you out and is like, so we're good friends now, right, buddy?
Pat you on the shoulder, that's it.
my character just sort of looks at me and goes, okay.
I probably just tell Dooza.
We promised, right?
And your hemorrhoids is there too.
Oh yeah, hemorrhoids! Way!
He's looking at you and going, so I see you're the big man now.
I'm always the big man.
Probably while I'm fixing it, I'll probably see Dooza walk and go, oh, okay, I see. Breaking your arm 3 times meant you now know how to do it to someone else.
You learned well.
So Flex 1 arm is basically now a solid title because you've taken up off someone else.
Yep.
Next we flex 2 arms. When Parry steps up to the challenge.
And then Parry's up.
That's actually
I'm
really
terrified.
good for role-playing.
Okay, so the person opposite you is he sort of almost looks
Oh good.
It looks very foppish to be
Foppish?
yeah, very foppish. You've heard that he's one of the captains of the ships in port.
Ah.
And he's got this sort of very flippant air to him. He has, the whole hanky sheep and everything, silk shirt, tight jeans, because he really wants them tight. And he has almost as bad an accent as you do.
That's brilliant. Alright.
And you recognise him. He's one of your family. Cousin!
Ah, yes!
I thought you were in here. I can see many faces like yours out in the crowd.
Sorry.
Who's selling face masks for me out there? I haven't signed merchandising rights.
It's all in the family anyway.
Whilst you're fixing my arm.
Yeah.
Quest!
I'll ask you about the bite.
Oh, you're asking what? Yeah, you didn't tell anyone, did you, about the bite? Okay. I guess
Everyone saw the bite.
Yeah, I guess I'll roll for the bite.
Wait, no. Oh no, I told it.
Oh, you did tell it.
Yeah, I literally, as you walk by
He
the
told
door,
you, but he didn't tell me.
as they fixed your arm, I went, your bite hurts.
And that's why when...
Oh, you're asking me to fix a curse.
No, I'm asking you about it.
Oh, okay.
It's a curse.
I don't know how to cruel curses in Pathfinder. That's it.
So you turn around the circle 3 times, say something strange and say you're cured.
I hope it gets better naturally.
Make it up, and that's how you believe you're
I'm gonna
cured.
basically
Take the leaves
use
of a
my
gumquat tree
Or
3
you
times a day.
knowledge to go, this is beyond my handling. This curse.
I can fix your arm, but I can't fix the bite.
Yeah.
Well-
It seems to be resistant. So.
Man, things are really not going well for you.
Thank you for... Yeah, no. I wasn't expecting it. When you're a dickhead, things happen to you,
Possibly talk to Parry or someone with more magical knowledge.
And then you see Parry's up on stage at the moment getting his off. So how are you going to deal with your cousin? Apparently
If it wasn't my cousin, I had definitely something lined up for it.
he's the one who blew flame into the other person's face.
Nice.
And in the next round he kicked the chair out from underneath him.
Jeez.
That's fine.
He's a pirate.
Yeah.
He literally is a pirate. Parry comes from a pirate family.
So he's a... Yeah, that's fine. Yeah, actually, that works. So, I'm gonna ask to him... So, cousin! Honesty amongst family?
Why did we start now, he says. He sticks his hand out.
Yeah. Beautiful. Alrighty.
And he tells you, and he basically reminds you of one of your early birthdays where you're basically picking on each other.
Yeah.
Because that's what you do. He tries to outdo you in all things.
Oh, don't get me wrong.
He
That's
got the
probably
ship first because you both wanted to be pirates at one stage, but he stuck to his guns and you became a wizard.
Yes.
Sounds like a rap song.
Pirate and the wizard.
Couldn't become a pirate, so I became a wizard.
Because that was easier.
Yeah.
I stuck to my books and you didn't. Yeah.
So he's going to do a performance roll against you to try to beat you in the arm wrestling. So what are you going to do to him?
I'm gonna Ray of Frost his face.
Ready?
Sorry, Martin. You need to check your constitution.
Okay. Sorry. While you're looking stuff up, I have to give her in her hand.
I've got everything ready, so I'll wait for when you get back.
At the floor, apparently?
Oops.
Your camera loves to do that.
Here it does. And while he's thinking that, you can think what you're going to do in the next round.
After that defeat, right, my character won't intentionally ever call you Shorty again. Just saying. Just putting it out there.
Because I know I rolled early, but Martin said, when he said, oh, you go through, and I was just like, alright, I know I gotta roll this. I was happy to roll it again.
No,
I wasn't expecting
no.
that.
It's actually really good
Roll
for
one.
gaming. It's actually really good for the game. 'Cause, again, my character was going to lose, and it's always good.
No,
There's a good
just because
story
I
reason.
did roll early, I just didn't want, like if you wanted me to roll again, I was happy to do that.
No.
But yeah, rolling that one.
Yeah. And again, it leads on to that. Like my character never going, I'm going to call me Shorty again.
Yeah.
No, don't do that. It's going to... Poetry. Yeah.
And then you think back to sort of like when Dooz is 4-4 and how poorly he's done in some of those fights, and you go, who the fuck is that? Like, what was that?
Yeah. Very nice. Very, very good.
Yeah, you pissed Doozer off.
That's what my character's about. Especially with the beta male comment.
Yeah.
They're like, fuck you, man.
Definitely one with the small one.
Yeah.
Gotta compensate somehow. Talk so much shit.
And hey,
Yeah, pretty much.
I told my people who came, the Shuanti and the Orcs, that I was going to get some of my honor back from having my arm broken by the arm break.
I didn't break my arm.
Yep.
Nice.
Yep.
Nice. Good call.
So that actually works out really, really well.
Playing my character's a heel. Well, it's a dick. If I break his arm, fuck it, Just glad we've got a good healer to fix those things.
Otherwise,
curses.
Yeah, it's,
Now you just need to go back to the church and make your donation again to get curse removed.
yeah. I'm thinking I might. Well, first I'm going to have a talk with you.
oh, okay.
And you can go, well, I don't know, or whatever you know. And then I'm going to have a talk with the...
Well,
church of the
on initial look, I could immediately tell it was cursed.
Oh, well,
I'll probably do a knowledge roll or something.
So, what was your spell doing?
So Ray of Frost, there it is. Again, it's 2 actions. Icy Ray, I make an attack roll, deals 1d4 plus spell.
Something sounded like a bird.
Nope,
The
we're good.
mic has problems, so
Ah.
Oh,
be
okay.
very careful because they broke the mic.
1d4 plus spell casting ability modifier. On a crit, they take double damage and 10 foot sadness, minus 10 foot penalty to its speed for a round. So, doing an attack. 26.
You critically hit.
In the face!
In the face. Six, 12 points of damage. Of icy cold, ray of frost.
Is there another effect for a critical?
There is. It's like I said, it's just minus 10 foot stats penalty to its speed for a round.
Okay, so he frosts over a little bit as you hit him with the ray of frost. And then what do you do?
Hopefully with him being a bit more chilled off, I just try and get his arm to the ground. So,
Athletics?
be acrobatics. 18.
Gave him disadvantage because of the ice.
Mm.
And he manages to put you on the table.
Oh!
Damn, even with disadvantage.
Jeez.
And what did you get?
18.
That's pretty good for you.
Mm.
What did you roll on?
12.
Nice.
What do you end up?
You got a 25.
Whew. So yeah, slams my arm to the table.
At least it's not crit though.
Well, it is. It's plus 10.
18 to 20.
Oh no, it's 25. Yeah, right. So 7. So
Yeah.
he probably got my arm down pretty easily, but thank goodness he didn't snap my arm.
It went book
Yeah.
rather than snap.
And then once it's all done, I come in big cuddle with my cousin. Obviously, we like to one up each other, so it's not a surprise that we're obviously up to our antics. No harm, no foul, cousin. Big cuddle.
And then the next matchup is...
I'll see you at the reunion in never.
You see the little girl go up next.
Oh.
And the werewolf is paired with her.
Oh, I cheer the werewolf, but I give her a thumbs up.
The werewolf sees who's sitting there, and he retires.
Really?
Dude, you're still in, by the way.
Okay, so I give the little girl a clap.
Yeah, he says he still values his life.
I give the little girl a clap.
If it wasn't family related,
Yeah,
Really
exactly.
if it wasn't, just on a side note, Martin, if it wasn't family related, obviously like my cousin, if it was someone who was just like randomly off the streets, I would have said, "I'm your father." Yeah, exactly.
Who's your daddy?
Who's your
daddy?
I'm your daddy.
It would be even funny to the cousin. That's why I'm really good father.
Well, no, family thing. He's like, yeah, it's like I throw snow in your face, that kind of thing. That's what I was going for. Snow in your face.
So when Perry walks off the table,
off the stage, yeah.
I'm like,
Knowledge into wolf bites. What would it be again? This would be occultism, just to
Well,
get more.
with the other role you did, it would basically be the same.
Oh, okay.
So basically, knowing that it's a cursed bite,
Yeah.
by the way it's affecting things, you would then have to find some sort of reference to allow you to research it further. Because you didn't really study wolf
Oh,
bites.
okay, yeah, sure. Okay, so I need to go find... Let's go say hello to the other wizards, shall we?
Go find a lion.
Yeah.
Most of the wizards of town don't study curses, they study the
They've got
Thassilonian.
books, though.
Yep. Most of it's all about the
I'm guessing we're going to the church then.
is there a church of Pharasma here?
sort of. There are shrines to all the different gods around here, but the only real church here is to not remembering right now, but the Temple of Sex.
Wasn't that Glistria?
Glistria.
Yeah.
I finally remember the name.
Okay.
I'm sure you can work off that curse in no time.
Come on, let's go to the sexy temple.
Sure.
Try it up for a sexy time.
Let's do that.
Just grab the curse.
Sure, let's do that. On me. Let's do that.
Okay, we're going to the second temple.
Okay, so you go.
Sorry, after the arm wrestling,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
we probably a skinful of
Okay, so
beer or whatever
you get a nice elven wine bought for you.
from.
You don't know.
What do you mean? I don't know?
It's just put in front of you, sends it being bought for you.
A little girl.
Or your wife.
Or your
whoever
wife.
it was who.
And the thing is, the first thing you notice is there are no wine glasses in this place whatsoever.
Whoa.
Okay. What are we serving drinks in then?
mugs more than anything else.
Okay.
Ceramic or wooden.
Steins.
It's basically stuff that can deal with being passed around a lot
Yeah.
and is cheaper to replace.
So it's a bottle of elven wine.
It's a glass. It's a tall fluted glass of elven wine,
Wow. Wow. Okay.
which is what makes you go, where the hell is this come from?
You know who it is?
No,
I
don't.
know who it is.
But I say to the person who bought it, I said, thank whoever that bought it for me.
You turn around, there's no one standing.
It just appeared.
So someone put it there and walked off.
So I'm talking to Perry, for example, and
And then
suddenly
you-
I'm turning around and going,
Yeah.
oh, okay. all right. If I get roofied
I'll leave
by
you.
someone ugly, then look after me. Otherwise, it's all good.
Bottoms up, off you go.
Yeah, I'll drink it. Why not?
Okay, so you know how when you had that little thing, your mouth burned.
Yes.
You feel like you just drunk liquid fire. You don't have the sensation of pain, but of it actually burning, but your whole body hurts.
Hurts.
Yeah. So you know that pain you had when your arm reset?
Yes.
That now feels like someone was just gently caressing you.
So my character effectively is going through all manner of horrible levels of pain.
Yeah.
Okay.
You're always going to gain a
so
feeling of
I'm
like...
drinking the thing, talking to you about going to this thing, and suddenly my character goes,
Is there anything left?
No. He drank it all.
and I fully
Give me a perception roll.
twitch on the ground and start going,
Perception roll?
Mhm.
Okay. 12.
Oh well, that's not that important anyway.
That's about right.
He's having a moment, it's fine.
Apparently, he really loves that alcohol.
Yes. Because you are a dick.
So you're like that for a full 5 minutes
it's
before you
like
come
lying
back
on the
to
ground
yourself.
going.
Oh, you're not even able to lie down. Your body's just locked.
So I'm still in a chair going,
Yeah.
okay. Bloody hell.
That's funny.
Is this in the temple or is this in the...
No,
No, this is, we're still, ringside.
We'll do the curse before the
Oh, okay.
invitational.
Okay, so now you're up to round 5.
5, yeah.
So you go through round 4 without any real problems.
We're
They
now
go
down to the top 12.
So you just fought round 3 then. So round 4 was the top 12, and
So
then
6.
you're up to the top 6. So yes, you've got one of 5 options. One of them being a little girl.
Roll a d20, 1 to 4 is the girl.
And you're up first.
If I'm not twitching in pain,
And apparently so is the little girl.
Oh, here we go.
if I'm not twitching in pain, I'm supporting her.
You're not twitching in pain by that stage.
I'm like, yeah, go
So
you!
Willie, give me a perception roll.
Go you! Oh my god,
Perception
it hurts so
roll.
much. Go you!
Perception roll.
Perception minus 2 for my Pharasma curse. A 20. Dirty 20.
Dirty 20. Okay, so you do notice that bite mark on your shoulder is now gone.
Gone.
Yeah.
I'm gonna nudge you and go.
You never noticed.
Yeah, but I'm gonna nudge him and go.
Yeah, so it's pointing.
Pointing at it,
That's
going,
not
it's
no
gone.
longer.
What the hell?
It's not there anymore.
That wine was good.
That wine, get rid of it.
That might be a thing.
Someone likes me. Sorry, everyone likes me. Must be one of my fans.
Your wife is
You
probably
know?
saving your ass again.
No, she would have just walked up and said some, I don't know, thing about it, and she would have brought served the hemorrhoid along with her.
She's preparing you for
I
the
look
pain.
around, like,
Oh wait,
can I see the little girl?
No.
isn't the original
Wait,
20?
you see Sir Hemorrhoid, he's doing a... and he points to your shoulder.
He's got your back apparently.
Okay, he gives a thumbs up. Goes, thanks. Okay.
Sir Hemorrhoid.
Wow, that's shocking.
He doesn't mind causing more pain to help.
What's the
Fair enough.
what's
Well, because otherwise his little sister's gonna
what's
chew
the
him a new one. Probably.
what's the most expensive bottle of anything
That
is
this
sold
place
here.
sells. This place, okay, so it costs 1 silver.
Oh,
The most expensive thing they sell.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, we have pretty crap stuff.
Yeah, why not?
How about,
It's 1 silver because it's not watered down.
how about external to this place? If you like in the city,
In the city, you can buy things for more than a gold. Most of the stuff that is expensive is currently in the place where the Hell Knights are staying. They picked it for a reason.
okay.
expensive wine.
I'm going to ask one of the people who is there
Your
to
hair.
send
It's gone
an excellent bottle of wine
Of course, he's more than happy to help you.
to him. All right, sorry, to him and my wife. I'm assuming I know a vintage that would be preferable to my wife. And I would
She likes
assume-
anything as long as it's red.
Okay, that's bad. So I'm going to assume a bottle of wine for 10 gold, plus I don't know, a silver piece for the person who actually.
Plus
delivers
a
it to me.
romantic dinner
First
once
he was
for your
first he's
wife.
all happy to help you out, and he heads off
Cool.
before he grabs the money. Comes back about a minute later and says, I sort of need the money.
Yeah.
And then he heads off before grabbing it again. And then he comes back a third time. He says, I'm supposed to get something from you to get something for you. And you can see written on his hand is your instructions.
Okay. So yes, I provide him a number of Varisan coins with a written document saying bottle of wine of blah from blah.
And he heads off. One of his brothers turns him around and sends him out the front door.
I was expecting more of a...
You've
quest
basically
kind of
hired
scene
the
where-
equivalent of a minion.
As long as he provides that bottle of wine to my wife
He's
slash
gonna,
brother-in-law.
he's gonna come home with a banana.
Okay, so you are now in round 5 against the girl.
Bye, Dooza.
Come on, Juza.
I'm up there going, go Dooza, yeah!
I'm
Don't back down.
I'm actually tempted to
You
play
can
it.
do it!
Do it.
I
do
mean,
it.
she promised not to kill us, kill people.
No, she promised not to rip this one in two.
Yeah.
Rank items.
Yeah.
No, it's more than 2. It was more than 2.
Yeah.
Oh.
Because he said pieces, so
Yeah.
she
Yeah.
rationalised that pieces mean more than one
Don't have my
piece.
book with me.
I say I'd like to stay in one piece, but I'm expecting a broken bone. Let's do this.
A broken bone.
Well, I expect to live up to my. I'm expecting to live up to my flex one arm name a bit more than I expect
Okay, so
tonight.
as you sit down, the only thing she says to you, the first time you see her talk to one of the contestants, she doesn't really talk to anyone. And she says, the Sandpoint Devil says,
And I probably say that in the worst orcish swear words I can imagine, including a few of the choice ones I've learned recently.
As Juza sits down, Chris starts going, let's go do the intro ante and gets the rest of the group.
I have no idea what the words are, but I go, Dooza!
Yeah, you're not supposed to be yelling my name, but that's okay.
Oh, I just follow along with,
I'm intro ante.
yeah, but the name.
Yeah,
That's
the
the only
name.
thing I know is the
Apparently not the same intro ante.
So you're just yelling like,
"Oh,
mash,
smash,
yeah.
Smash mother! Smash mother!
Alright, the Sandpoint Devil says hi. What's he up to these days? He hasn't tormented me since we went to, what's the no, it wasn't Sandpoint, it was the other
Camelot.
one.
She went to Magnemar.
Magma, that's
No,
it,
Magma.
yeah. I've been told he enjoys doing that.
Oh, he's calling in favours. I owed him one.
Like you? Yeah. And what has he pulled in with you to do with me?
You'll find out. Wouldn't want to spoil the surprise. Best part of a favor.
Yep. Alright. Let's do this then.
Okay. So
I
roll.
can't, I'm not gonna weasel my way out. There's no point.
And Quest Carl's guidance.
It probably doesn't matter what I roll, really,
Have a
does
roll.
it? Have a roll.
It's always nice to roll.
I might re-roll that anyway,
Okay.
just because I can.
Yeah.
Because it's like chemical, so may as well.
Mm.
That's not much better. Shit, what was my first roll? Because it's advantage, isn't it? Or is that this takeover?
It's the best of the two.
It's best of two. I think it was 5, so it would be like 5 plus 8. So that would be 13.
Okay, as you go up and struggle, you see that she just lets you
Oh!
Dude.
Oh!
Just dude.
You know why?
And she actually winks at you and says, "See you at the invitation."
Yeah. Yeah. I knew exactly what she was doing. She wants you to win, so you go to the invitational.
Great.
When she wins,
Yeah.
regardless of how obvious it is, like,
Oh, it doesn't look obvious. Just going.
yeah, but
Just
the little girl just goes,
pretty much.
that's obvious. Come on.
And probably everyone's like screaming their faces off because this is like the upset of the night.
Yeah, my character's like jumping into the ring, grabs your arm, goes, yeah, she's the best. Fuck that little girl. Fuck her in the eye. Fuck yeah, man.
I say the little girl, and I'll say it. You don't know Orcish, do you? Or Shamandi, do you?
As far as you're aware,
Well, there's all this
I
shoving around you,
don't
so you can
know.
talk to her rather quietly.
Oh,
I
yeah.
don't know those.
Yeah, don't blind this guy. He's the lesser man. As I'm sure you're aware.
I say an orcish dude. I agree.
Don't worry, I've added him to the tally.
To the
I know.
tally.
To the tally.
So have I. Well, I take it as in because she beat him and then I've broken his arm.
She didn't beat him.
He hasn't touched him
She
yet.
hasn't
Oh,
touched me yet.
she hasn't touched you.
You
Oh,
can
no,
tell
no.
by the way
no,
you're
no.
still walking around.
She made him shit
Yeah.
his pants at the beginning.
So who did she crush again? Oh, that was some
The
random.
just
random
oh,
orc,
that was
yeah.
random orc.
Just
That's
some
right.
garbage orc.
Some shit kicker.
One of the ones who works the docks who
Oh,
thinks,
is my
"Yeah,
cousin
they can
still
beat me,
in?"
I can do this.
Is my cousin still in?
Yeah.
And is there gambling going on?
And apparently, someone made a mint on the little girl losing.
Cheating.
And this guy's got this really big bag of coins, and she just walks by and takes it off him. And you go,
Yeah,
she,
no,
she,
I wouldn't.
She bet against herself.
no,
She
stole the
just
winnings.
stole the winnings.
Oh, she just.
No, no. You can totally take her. She just lost to the orc.
and then he walks off following her. you hear a cracking sound not long after that.
Oh!
Excuse me. Crack.
No noise from him.
Next.
Wait. Did she actually just murder this guy?
Do you go and investigate?
Probably.
There's a guy with his head facing the wrong way.
Yep.
Lying on the ground.
No, still standing there with his head facing the wrong way.
Reminds me of a certain
Juice is just
goblin
like.
that fell down the stairs.
And as you're watching, he just slowly topples.
Maybe I shouldn't have said that.
Juice is just like. Green arrow.
I'm
question
gonna go. I'm
mark.
gonna go to the gambling ring,
You're outside now.
and I'm gonna
Jake.
put
No,
5
no,
gold
no.
on to do the win
he
the whole
was
thing.
heading towards the exit.
Oh,
What are the
okay.
odds on that?
So he's still
Well,
in. So she's stacking
Currently, she's the
second.
favourite, so it's
I'll
even.
head towards the exit.
Up until the battle, she was considered the person unlikely to win.
Okay, so I'm gonna put $5 on Doozer to win the entire thing.
Well, yes, because everyone thought the werewolf was
And-
going to win.
And who's the dark horse at the moment?
At the moment, the Dark Horse
Is it my cousin, please?
was basically what was Doozer until this battle. All the others were doing fairly well.
But not after this round though. Who's
Probably your cousin.
Yes.
So it's basically
Okay.
Dooza versus your cousin next.
Beautiful. So I'm gonna put 5 gold on dues to win the entire thing.
The third person who made it to the final round basically said no.
Said no. Okay.
If Dooza beat the little girl and what the little girl did, he wins nothing.
So there's no vote, there's no betting at all?
No, there is. You can bet.
That's what I'm doing.
It's just that it's 2 to 1 for the other person to win, and it's evens for.
Yeah. So basically, you get like if you put 5 gold in, you get 5 gold in a copper back. Because you can't really break even. You gotta have like a little bit to have an incentive. But like the massive favorite is for Dooza to win.
I'll vote on Dooza.
So if you put a bet in, it's just like 1 over 1.01. Yeah.
And you
So you
notice
get,
that at the start when Dooza was 50 to 1, someone put 200 gold on it.
Well, that's 10,000 gold.
Lucky my character didn't even consider betting on himself.
I can win.
He'd be a complete douchebag.
Oh, what would my odds been at round 1? Damn it!
Everyone was 50 to 1
Oh, everyone was.
because they didn't know who was
What round
And
did I make it to?
after round 1, then it dropped really quickly.
Yeah, really.
What round did I get to? 5? Oh, I should have had myself to lose in round 5.
I rolled a 23 to confirm that the snap neck is in fact a...
No,
dead.
he's not dead. He's just his head's been twisted around so much, and so quickly
the
he's still
neck
actually living,
twisters.
but he has no feeling in his leg.
Oh.
So it
Okay.
hasn't completely snapped his spine.
It's basically
Oh, no.
turning into a quadruped.
Yeah, but it hasn't completely snapped otherwise. Brain.
No, no, so
work
basically,
arms, not working.
no, yeah, so...
Yeah.
She's twisted the vertebrae,
Yeah, yeah.
but she hasn't hit the
Taken the central nervous system
system,
for,
yeah.
for
Yeah.
Yeah.
But you can see all his skin is completely screwed around the way she's done it. You've never seen anyone twist someone like that.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
It doesn't look natural.
No.
that's a 23 to try and do
And
something
you
about
don't
it,
think you
but
can straighten his
Yeah.
head.
I don't think so.
Not without actually breaking
This
it.
is a lost cause, I think.
You'd be like, yeah, like,
The leader
sorry,
of
buddy,
the neck
you,
twisted.
you,
I need all kinds of.
you saw what she's been doing tonight, right?
You can't even respond to that.
Yeah.
Who's ready for invitational?
Well, don't I still have to?
No, you have to beat my cousin. Yeah.
Yes, you're up against the fancy pirate. He calls himself the Pirate King at the moment. I am the Pirate King, and he does his whole song to the Pirate King.
we can bet between your cousin and
Dooza.
Yeah.
Right. So I'll put some cash on Dooza.
Well, Dooza's breaking even at this stage, but you probably
I'll
get like...
go for 5 gold. On
5 gold?
Dooza.
I'll
Well,
put-
she beat
I'll just
me.
put-
She's got to be fucking, all kinds of goodness.
Let's put like a sneaky 5 gold on
Hey,
that.
Dooza, did you want to make it to the invitational?
Of course she did.
Yeah, of course I do.
Yeah,
Sure.
Yeah.
She wants to go against. She wants to go up against Armbreaker.
Not so much Armbreaker, but I wouldn't mind chatting to that little blue-eyed girl again.
Put 5 gold on the other guy.
The thing is, winning the open still gives you a large amount of money.
It does.
It does, yeah.
So,
Yeah.
and I had
I'm not. Dooza's not even thinking about the money. He's.
Well, but I'm telling you about it.
Yeah.
My character's going, I've got faith in you. You beat me. Come on.
Quest is going to set up to cast guidance on the other guy as well.
No.
Oh, come on, man.
I mean, you do go straight into the invitational, which is no holds barred.
Yeah, I know.
Well, you can just go, I won. I'm out. Done. Don't want to do this anymore.
Yeah, they just forfeit.
Yeah, I'm out. That's good. The lowest competitor here is going to kill me. I don't want to be part
yeah.
I'm pretty sure death has been promised not to happen, but maybe, yes.
It has not been promised not to happen.
Well, one of the competitors is already dead.
Yeah.
But that was after the fact that of him competing, so I'm not sure if that really counts.
It does.
Does it?
It
does. It? Anyway.
Do
well,
it, Dooza.
I don't have any magic or anything, and I've seen the shenanigans that he's been doing. I can't think of anything.
Just brute force it.
Yeah, it's just, apart from just brute forcing it, just taking it like a tank. So.
Well, you know what you do?
What?
Just take out his leg before you lock up. Just with the back of your axe. Bang! Straight to the back. Straight to the knee.
Yeah, I'm going to handicap you. Fook.
Yeah, you
He's
have no
dead.
arm.
That's handicap.
You can get Puppy to bite you on the knee.
There you go, you got your dog!
Hey, look, your
your
dog
dog
took,
to bite him on the
yeah, hit Willy earlier.
Does
Beat on Willy.
Does getting him bitten on the arm also count?
It needs to be the opposite arm, it needs to be the arm that's hanging, so he's focused on that arm, not on what's here.
Yeah.
So you want Poppy to distract him?
Yeah.
Okay, give me a animal handling roll to see how well Poppy distracts him for you. So he'll do it either way, but the more effective
Is
he'll
that
be.
nature?
Nature.
That'll be
roll.
nature.
I mean, I can. May as well. We have how many have we got left?
7.
Oh, okay. Well,
Yeah,
then,
we've
yeah,
got
sure, why
plenty.
not? Oh, that's not much better, but
Probably will at least listen to you.
yeah.
Well, Poppy will listen, but whether it's effective or not depends on what she instructs. Okay, so while you're in the middle of doing stuff and doing stuff, you
Oh,
sit
you know
down.
what you could just tell Poppy to do? Just pee on his leg!
Did he already pee on his leg?
He's out of pee.
Not according to your dog.
Yeah, no, but I wanted to do more than just peeing. I wanted to actually, like, like nip or like actually do a proper distraction.
Yeah, do like a nip on his opposite hand.
Okay, so
Yeah, nip on his leg.
what are you gonna do for against him? Just athletics.
It will be athletics, yeah.
Okay. He tries to pull off a dashing sort of performance, but he has disadvantage.
I don't use a reroll again. God! Fuck!
As you see Puppy sneak under the table and bite him between the legs. What'd you get?
14.
Okay, and then there is a cracking sound as he snaps you around, putting it down as Puppy
Oh! Another one arm.
bites him. You gave him the crit bonus.
Oh!
Why did you cast guidance on him?
Because I've already cast guidance on you.
Did you?
Yeah, on the
Yeah.
last round.
When you went up to the little girl, he actually cast guidance on you, even though the little girl
Oh,
forfeited.
so I didn't add that on. Did I?
No, but you never
matter.
you
Oh.
never wrestled the
Oh.
girl.
So
She
yes,
So
forfeited.
did I still have it then?
No,
It lasts
it
a round.
only lasts for a small time, up to a minute. So yes, your arm's been broken again. You know this feeling.
Yeah, I know this feeling very well.
And Puppy, comes out from the table all happy, wagging, having done what you asked it to do.
Thank goodness I also
And the guy sort of leaning on the table, going, "I wish I didn't win."
thank goodness I also put 5 gold on the other guy to win. So basically, it came out even after that.
So what did he roll?
He rolled a 23, and he got the 24 thanks to the
Guidance.
guidance.
With disadvantage.
Yeah, I would have needed to roll a 17 or 18 at least.
He just rolled so well. He was also had a plus 16 to it.
Oh!
That's why he was winning so often.
I
It's
have,
good to see that my cousins can be torn apart in the open.
I have a plus 8.
Well,
at
he was
level 2.
rolling. He rolled a 3 when he went against you to get 21. So that's why he still won.
I wasn't far off.
So yes,
Considering like
He must be
I
like
rolled-
5th or 6th
I rolled
level or
a
something like
6.
that.
so, and I've got plus 8 as a level
he's
2.
a ship captain. He's
Yeah.
on it.
Yeah, no.
So
Oh,
that's
yeah.
pretty good for level 2. If I'd rolled better on that, it maybe would have been a crit. That's fine.
I'll take the bag of 600 gold up to my cousin. Congratulations, cousin. Here is your winnings.
Okay.
And
And
he-
he
and
hands
I-
you the ticket to go on to the invitational if you wish to.
No, that's not how that works.
No,
That's
no,
not
no,
how
no.
that works.
You yeah, sorry, I take it back and give it back to him. That's for yours to keep. It cannot be handed off to someone else.
Willie wants the ticket.
Doesn't work
I
that
just
way.
I lost by accident.
He hands you the ticket.
Done.
And he says,
I'll go halves with the winning.
Dooza plucks it out of your hand. He was giving it to me first, thank you
But you
very
didn't
much.
want it.
No, he took it back before
You
I
didn't-
said anything.
And he said, and apparently that's a gift from the Sandpoint Devil. He said as he walks off.
Oh.
Sounds like a good friend to know.
Yep.
So no matter who won, they were told they had to give it to tutor.
That's great.
Oh. It's your destiny. Wait, is this little girl the Sandpoint Devil?
We don't know.
Oh, that would be amazing.
That would be pretty funny. That would be a good plot twist. But yes, I'm definitely interested in talking to her again.
I am what you seek.
She didn't say that. She said hi from the Sandpoint Devil as well, and that
Talking
and
to
that
her, she's
he's called in a favour to her.
Okay, so that night, apparently Willie is on watch. He
Yeah,
does
we
not
said
want to
every night,
sleep
yeah.
whatsoever.
What?
All the horror stories you've been told.
Oh yeah, that's right. No man.
Every time you close your eyes, you just picture half the thing you've been told.
Yeah.
Oh, I light the lantern. I made the goblins out the front.
Okay, you have 200 goblins out the front.
200. What?
Well, this is the first time someone summoned them.
So I asked him, so how much of the actual earnings did you stash away?
They look at each other. Stash?
Never mind, it was worth a try.
And you
So-
see there's a whole goblin army out the front door.
Yeah. I am so gonna die.
So, which goblin were you after again?
Well, we heard that there was this goblin here who was related to some of us. Apparently he was on the exiled side of the family.
Huh.
For reading.
And singing?
Singing's fine. We like to sing. Sing good. Burn things. Eat things. Kill things. Not always in that order.
But reading.
Reading evil,
And-
reading
and-
bad.
And writing?
Should never read. Writing worse than reading. Writing means you steal thoughts out of people's heads.
Are you talking
You're a
to
thought
these
thief.
guys?
Are you a thought thief?
No.
They could just say no.
I'm trying to figure out the person who you're looking for.
Oh, we're looking for, and they start describing a goblin.
Is this from like a window you're talking to them or something?
I mean, with your
He
description...
lights the window and then goes out the front, and they're all.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, yeah. So,
From
with
their
your-
description, it
with
could be
your-
any goblin.
I was about to say, with your description, I see 200 of it.
No,
Like, yeah.
And then they start describing exactly the same thing to you. But for them, that in Goblin they can tell you perfectly, but in Common they can't.
I can speak goblin.
Okay, so you speak to them in Goblin.
Yeah.
Okay. They say very
Very mean thing.
very mean things that that describe everything you know about Quest's parents.
Parents. Not Quest himself.
Well,
So they're not looking for Quest, they're looking for Quest's
well, they're
parents.
looking for relatives of that line because they heard there was someone in the city.
So what would you do if you found this person?
Put them out of the city.
Huh.
Either with stabbing, hanging, eating, cooking, drowning, boxing, and then they start going through this whole list of things that they can do to someone to put them out of the city. And some of them involve killing them first, some of them don't.
Yes. What can we get these goblins to do?
Can I like open the front door and be like, Harry, do you...
Yeah, you open the front door, you see 200 goblins all stare at you and going,
Yeah, never mind.
Just ignore him, he's had a busy day with broken arms.
Yeah, I'm so dead.
Is there any way you're willing to help us maybe take... Who do we work for again?
Soul.
Soul. No, Soul. No. In terms of the cover.
Oh, cover.
Soul. Probably making some accidents happen for some of the other gangs that are around.
Sure.
So maybe Soul can kind of expand his territory.
Sounds like fun. So You pay for you pay we accent.
Yeah, there's a hit out.
Yes, I pay.
What you pay for accent?
I pay 3 gold for accent.
Since I was
Okay. We go do
We
damage to clans and well
Since
that's their term for
Yeah.
gangs.
Yeah, clans. Sure.
speak. Agreed. Right.
And we'll
Yes,
report back
probably
here
do.
tomorrow night.
I'm
A
going
light.
Is that on me?
And as the goblins are walking off, you hear someone say, "Light the torches, boys! Let's go set a fire."
Oh shit.
Not often, but it has been known to happen.
What have you done?
Why do you think I walk around
I've sent
with
about
a-
200 goblins to go get source some territory.
I was going to hit 200, just letting you know.
Meanwhile, I'm probably like being strapped up because Kroll promised me next time I broke my arm it was going to literally be strapped to my body for a week.
Yeah.
So I'm probably like this in
Again,
detail.
I'm
Open
stepping up
the
everything,
door,
even if
go
it
back
isn't
in, turn
broken.
the lamp off. Well,
Yeah, so I'll
and
probably
we turn the
bed
lamp
like
off.
this,
There's a
like,
quest going. I'm
I'm
so
a
dead.
mummy.
I am so dead.
Did you listen to all that?
Yes.
So they're looking for you.
No, they're not. No, they're not.
This is
They're
this
looking
is not
for
the
some
goblin you're
other
looking for.
goblin. A goblin that reads.
This is not
Right.
the goblin you're looking for.
Yeah, this is not the goblin.
Unfortunately-
you're looking for.
Unfortunately,
I don't know what's reading. Convert straight back to here. I don't read. No reading.
It's like Cockney. It's like
And then you see from upstairs. You see a Percy carrying a box of some sort, walking in front door.
Hello.
Gee, that took him a few hours.
Took him the rest of the
Oh. What have you got there?
night. Oh, you're upstairs, and he's
Oh,
walking
no,
in the lead.
so who's downstairs?
So Kroll, you're near the door, so a Percy just barges through the door.
Oh. What are you carrying?
Have gift for wife.
You're married?
No, gift for wife. See, it shows you on his hand. It says gift for wife.
Do you recognize
Tries
the
to think which
handwriting?
of us are married. Oh, Willie.
No, it's Sway. He says.
Put it in Willie's room.
Whose room? No, I don't have a room for this. It's in my pants.
No.
Just carry on.
Mr.
Carry on.
Tiger style, yeah?
Oh, Tiger style.
Yeah.
Why didn't you say so in the first place? What are you talking about my willy for?
For medical reasons, just go do it.
Okay, go do it in his room.
Okay.
Don't know why I'm getting my willy out in his room, but okay.
You're really not.
Poor Willie.
Hey, at least I did mention medical reasons, so if he asks.
So later that night, while you're on watch, one of the Percy's wanders around without any pants on.
There it is. There it is.
And you notice he's got writing on his hair that you remember.
What does it say?
It's for my wife. And something that's sort of scratched out and something that's sort of smeared.
You have a person come in butt
Can I go
naked
just,
with writing for my wife.
It's probably really bad, and there's not to know about it. Okay, cool.
Does he put the box of wine down?
No, it's not, he doesn't have it with him.
Oh, he doesn't.
No,
Oh.
he's put it down somewhere, got butt naked, and walked into Willie's room.
He's walked into Willie's room, got buck naked, and just fucked that box of wine.
You're gonna have an interesting conversation with your wife. Why did you send me an orc naked into my room?
You might get a
I mean,
thank you.
I appreciate thought, but no.
Okay, so did you want to finish the game for there tonight? Because it is 10:30. I know some of you have stuff you have to do tomorrow. But hey, you have managed to survive the first round of competition, and look, Doozer made it into the Invitational just before.
I was the only competitor who didn't have an arm broken. Yes.
Well, one guy didn't. He had his hand
Buffest
shattered.
wizard known to man.
You gotta take your wins where you can get them, yeah?
The only problem is I need that arm to be mostly fixed by tomorrow evening.
Or you're going in with the arm struck down.
Ask his wife.
Feel free.
You are
to hand
literally
it off to me, my friend.
I'll remove the restraints, you know, but you're staying in until the event tomorrow.
Just
Yeah.
ask Willie's wife if she can give you a
Did
hand.
Parry hear restraints?
Don't talk to my wife. Don't get her involved.
These ones are for medical reasons. Yours are completely different caliber.
Buffest wizard known to man.
But I have to say, I'm surprised that you're not prepared to let Willie, the more superior athlete, actually be involved.
No, I have my reasons for wanting to go in this now.
Really?
Yep.
And you thought the Sandpoint Devil had left you free for a while.
Yeah, I was expecting him to show up at some point, but this is
It's a devil.
interesting.
It's not a
It's the girl. I'm
it's not a
calling it.
monster,
It's the
not a
girl.
beast. It's
Well,
a devil.
And by show up, I mean like more hallucinations and stuff like that. But yeah, this is a very interesting way of going about it. Doozer's actually more intrigued than scared at this point.
Well,
He's
the
a little
stories
scared.
are it starts small and then builds up.
Thank you very much.
No worries. You're very welcome. I hope that natural one helped.
Thank you for the story. That's what counts. That's what counts.
And look, you now get to share the fact that you've had stories of breaking an arm in an arm wrestling competition.
See, look, this is the beautiful.
Yeah.
You've been bitten by a werewolf and cured.
This is the beautiful thing about these sessions now. It's just this like, oh yeah, sure, we don't get much progression in terms of what our main quest line, but we're having an absolute laugh with just what's going on at the moment.
And you've been your characters.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yep.
And character progression. So like again, I kept calling Doozer Shorty, and now my character's like, well, I lost her, so I didn't lose. I lose bad.
I'm looking
She's
at
no
both.
longer Shorty. She's like, hey Doozer, how you doing?
And Puppy sort of looks down to you.
And I'm not. I'm
Yeah,
looking.
Poppy looks down to you even though you're like triple the size.
I'm looking at both of you and it's like, did you get my arm broken? I may have lost before Doozer, I may have lost in the same round
But I
as
didn't get
Willie,
my arm
but I didn't get my arm broken.
Yeah, I gotta put this to end credits. So
Yeah.
relax.